Ew, ew, ew. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and fellow Tower of God lovers. We are not here today for Tower of God, as we usually are. Instead, we have finished Season 2, something which I did not catch at the ending of the last Hog episode. And in typical fashion, taking after SIU, we have decided to do an intermission where, at the request of one of our viewers, shout out to Azul, we are viewing the extras, a selection of revisions of blog posts, Naver Fan Cafe, Q&As, external info, basically a giant lore dump of everything pre-season 2 that we need to know that we did not see. As always, I have my compatriot in crime here, the hairline.
Yo.
And we're hopefully going to try and get through this entire document. Now, you can see in the background here, we've, well, just in the foreground as well, we've changed around the background, we've changed around the position of things. This is not indicative of how it's going to be from now on. We just thought to do this for, just this little episode, this little intermission here. And, we've planned some things. We're getting ready for Season 3. We're setting some stuff up in the background for everyone, but, we're very excited to start it, but until then, we're going to do this right now. So, Adrian, how are you feeling?
I'm chilling.
All right. So, this is, as I said before, a document that one of our gracious, long-time, one of the best viewers, honestly, we've had for the series, Azul, has made himself. And obviously, this is going to be a little bit more of a casual episode. It's not a normal chapter reading episode, obviously. But, this is obviously also mainly from Azul. You can see the blue is referenced here, and this is 75 pages long. So, we're not going to read this word for word, although not all of it is words. I kind of skimmed through it. But, we're going to go through it as best we can. We're going to summarize it because we don't want to be here all day. But we're going to try our best to read it and go through it as detailed as possible while also keeping aligned with time. But anyway, Adrian,
I'm curious.
What are you curious about? All the
I'm curious, about all this info. Like, is there anything that I don't know? As someone who regularly browses TOG stuff, just when I'm feeling bored or whatever, I'm kind of curious because I've never seen this stuff. I thought the blog post we had was it, but apparently, I always knew that there was more stuff, but I didn't know how important that new stuff was or how much information was actually there. But yeah, we'll see, and we'll try to dive into it.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. I used to think you were the Red Witch Guide until I found out you're the Dwarf Guide.
That's for sure.
Anyway, so let's begin. So the way I'm thinking of doing this, and again, this is going to be very casually done because we have never done something like this before. I'm not going to read this sentence for sentence. I'm kind of just going to skim through it and kind of either say what sticks out to me the most or kind of just summarize where I can. So again, this isn't necessarily a canon episode, as some might call it, but it's a little gift from us to you, and for us as well, because extra info potentially. But either way, so as we can see here, and obviously you guys at home can read it as well. I know the only thing really on screen that's moving for now is the POV cam to kind of keep everyone interested, but I can't have Subway Surfers on the side unlike they do on TikTok.
Wait, we could do that.
No, I don't.
Who's to say we can't do that? What do you mean?
I really don't think we should. I feel like
that would definitely keep people the attention span.
Bro, they're supposed to pay attention to the chapter, not to the Subway Surfers. They might get distracted.
They'd pay attention to the chapter because it's audio.
People cannot multitask. You think people use this more as a fucking podcast? Yeah, where they just listen to it, they don't even look.
It's definitely possible. I have in the past listen to some of our stuff just in the background.
But you've already seen it too, so it's
that's true. But a lot of the people that watch our series have already seen season 2. They're not seeing it for the first time.
I guess you're not wrong.
It's a lot of it's for the reaction.
So I'm curious right now, for all the fans out there that watch TOG, do you actually watch what's on the screen or do you just kind of listen to us? I'm very curious because the videos are typically kind of long too. But either way though, let's take a look. So, Tower of God extras. So the asterisk and the blue color text is obviously Azul's comments. As always, shout out to Azul. English is not his first language, so it might be a little rough, but that's fine. We still love Azul. And some info for the blog post can be changed by SIU since it's basically a blueprint for TOG's story. For the most part, it's proven to be true info, and you've kind of touched on that too. So we're actually starting all the way from season 1, so we're actually back going. I thought this was going to be pure season 2, but it's not. Also, what's going on, Smay? You know, I believe it's not your birthday anymore. I mean, it's still the 7th here, but either way, I already wished you happy birthday, but happy belated birthday at this point. But either way, so let's start reading. So the first floor, basically it's the tutorial. It may be hard to understand. It has secrets hinting to the rest of the story. So this is something like, you know, you said too, right? And obviously the black text is from SIU or from whatever source it's from. Again, blue is Azul. But, you know, you said, like, they show a lot of stuff from Season 1 that's very hinty at, like, future stuff, so... we have here a picture of murals. So I believe, just from what I know, right, these two things right here could be ancients, I'm assuming, right? Maybe they could be administrators. Obviously, that's maybe the King Jihad, but... it's just one mural in these shadows. We'll see more in the background, okay... So, Azul's thoughts on them. King Jihad and the sword, maybe it's a hint about a unique weapon tied to 13 months. The middle one is the Ancients, and then the right one is probably related to Fug, because their signature is the floral butterfly. Or it's a symbol for Bomb's form, because a lot of Bomb's form definitely has to do with butterfly-esque stuff, so...
Yeah, how strange is that? The bomb is picking up the Fug characteristics, kind of. Which I guess is strange, but it also maybe makes sense, because it's related to V. Fug is like...
He also just picks up kind of what you put down on him. He really just copies stuff for the most part.
The way that his wings came out was his own doing, though, because that was when he upgraded it himself, right?
Yeah, that
was his own doing.
That one is his own doing, sure, but I don't know. Everything else, like even with the, you know, piercing floral technique, like he really didn't get his own legs before a certain point. But either way, so between family members, they refer to each other with given names. Okay. They refer to by their main family name. So in reference to the 10 Great Families, specifically to avoid confusion, there are various other ignition weapons apart from the 13-month series. So we already knew this. Many rankers use ignition weapons as their main choice of weaponry. The 13-month series are good, but they are not the absolute best. And I actually confused this at one point. I thought the 13-month was like, you know, the top of the top.
Yeah. They're like a unique weapon.
Yeah. So Yuri uses better weapons than Black March. Also, she can't even use Black March. But regardless, the 13-month series do have great significance because they are obviously keys in the story. So Kronos is a good example, which we saw against Karaka. So Anok's original backstory, so this is not canon anymore. So the central idea was fixed on the concept. So it's basically they all had to collect 13 months, then bear Jihad's child, so be his wife. Thus, Anok's desire to get the Black March from Bomb. This original plan didn't seem to interweave well with Anok's obsession towards getting revenge on Jihad, and hence it was dropped. Wow.
Yeah, I could not imagine that, yeah.
I would hope, like, Anok doesn't want to fuck the guy who killed her family, essentially. So anyway, this idea would be entirely Scottish. It was later used as a pretext fake story for the princesses.
Right, yeah, we mentioned this. That it's like a fluke, that, like, the goal to collect the 13 months. That basically
it's the fake story.
We came to the conclusion that Jihad doesn't want anyone collecting the 13 months, even though there's like this whole like event going on. It's like, oh, if you collect it, you get this type.
You get a special prize.
Yeah, but no one really wants it. No one seems to be interested in it. Yeah, I think that's by design.
So now they're talking about age. They're saying years lived are considered less important than the body's age and racial traits. Power and position come before age. Wow. So even if you're young, if you're powerful, like, your age doesn't matter. Huh. Yuri, Kun, and Dorsey talk informally to most people since they're from great families. So they think they're above people. But Anok, because I guess she was raised right, speaks good. Learning to use Shinsu slows/stops the body from aging. I mean, obviously we see this with Jinsung.
It's Hamon.
Right? Yeah, it really is Hamon. This person will be usually treated as a child even after living for a long time. Thus, normally in the tower, the body and mind considered to be one of the same. So basically, you're as old as you are mentally. Like, mentally, if you're, like, mature, it doesn't matter how old you're physically, I guess.
Yeah.
Some exceptions occur because of families and where you're born, okay? Since Yuri looks and acts like a 20-year-old, she is treated by others as an immature troublemaker. Wow. Huh. So, the Huek Rin, aka Blackfish technique, was revealed in chapter 37. Quant used it to avoid a Nox Green April attack, and it was aimed at the badge to win hide and seek game. It was a Shinsu technique that scouts use to block lighthouses. It blocks out light using Shinsu manipulation. The light is temporarily blocked. It's an advantage for scouts because of their fondness for darkness. Light bearers can use reversal technique to block the blocking spell. Wow. I'm not mentally 5,000 years old Greek philosopher. I'm a 5,000-year-old mental gooner. Let's get it straight. But either way, A rank items are extremely rare, so I didn't even know the items had their own rank. Was that mentioned before?
They do. Yeah, I think it's been mentioned before.
Okay. Rankers usually don't have any. Wow, and high rankers may have 1 or 2. Even an A rank pocket would be less valuable than the Black March. Damn. Holy shit. The Great Blue Spear is Kun Edwan's throwing spear. 11 of them have been made. It's kind of like Zeus's lightning bolt, and they can be ignited, which is rare for throwing weapons. When ignited instead of flying, it destroys everything in front of its immediate path. This is yet to be confirmed since Edwan has not thrown it yet. When ignited, it's comparable to a B rank weapon, which is insane, by the way. So A rank really is like crazy. You think Jihad's weapon that he used, like Data Jihad's weapon, was A rank?
Potentially. It could be, yeah.
Mago is another one of Edwan's spears. This isn't a joke among regulars inhabitants that this weapon could possibly pierce through half the tower. Oh my god. When decompressed, its rank increases abnormally. The fact there's even such a joke room shows us how abnormal absurd the power of the family heads are. Wow. See, I like that. Like, they're like gods, and this is where I was kind of discussing this with Adrian before the stream. Like, the Tower of God scaling is so ridiculous, but I love it. Like, it's done well enough to a point where it's like the top 50 is different from the top 100. The top 10 is different from the top 20. And the top 5 are, like, different from, like, number 10. It's like, the higher up you go, the more ridiculous it gets, and I love that. Like, it's not linear. So the carry is an inventory that combines the functions of a pocket, lighthouse, and casket. I don't remember what casket is. The term for inventory specifically used for spears. Okay, well, there it is. I like how Azul knew that, like, that was going to be a question people had.
Yeah.
Allowing a fisherman to take any position. Okay, only 10 have been made. 3 of them are A rank, 7 of them are B rank. They're quite ineffective in battle, though. Wow, Adori Jihad uses one. Look at that. Amanakiri, Evan, Kunrak, Ho, which is dead. Hong Chunwa. Who's Hong Chunwa?
Sword Simp. But the first Sword Simp.
Oh. I don't remember who that is.
Basically, he's related to the other Sword Simp.
Okay. They're
probably from the same family
because he sucks, but Theon Wu Nare, little blonde anime girl that ended up receiving Kun's bag. Oh. The only characters that made it out the initial black and white storyboard of Talk. Wow. Nock was initially a regular human, not a lizard. Look at that.
That's crazy.
Lorero and Yuri were in the same class as regulars. What? So
I said this to you before.
I don't remember fucking this bullshit. From that class,
I don't know where I learned it from, though.
Yeah, it's crazy. Ro and Yuri were the only ones to become rankers from that class. I mean, look at the competition. Like, bro, how are you going to compete against her?
Yeah, but that might imply that they all died.
Wow. Here are panels from SIU that
climbing.
Huh. I actually could be true. I was assuming death, but SIU that didn't make it into the final cut of season 1 and were supposed to act as added backstories. Let's see these. So that almost looks like Wongnan, honestly. But I guess it's young Ro. It's young Ro. Dude, look at Yuri. She looks so like anime. What the hell?
It's like season 1 art.
What? I mean, this was cut, but like, damn, yo, look at young Yuri. What the fuck? You know what's crazy? I actually think I like her with this hair better than like her current
We saw a more updated young Yuri too towards the end of season 2.
When she was talking to Yurin.
When she was when she was talking to Yurin, and with Cheonhee.
Yeah, that's true. So, one-line summary for chapter 66. Goblins are bad. Pericule is bad too. Wow! I will get rid of Pericule. He didn't, and we all know that Pericule is the true revolution god. So part about RED that Lopo BRN is part of from SIU afterward to chapters with. Okay, I don't really know what that means, but in regard to Red, who are infamous even with it. Who's Red? What are Red?
They're like Jihad's like assassins or whatever.
Okay. That means they
like
face
something enforcement division or something like that. Royal Enforcement Division, I think
the
is what it
Secret
stands for.
Service.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the ones that Yuri fucked up when she was going to see the other princess?
Freaking Repalista? I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Oh, no, I think that's different. I think those are just guards. Those are different. Like,
So those weren't
Ren
red.
is kind of like more of an elite type group.
Okay, you mean red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I said Ren as in like him from his group, but whatever. Yeah, carry on.
Okay. That means so even though the criminals they correct Jihad family members, they don't feel good about them. It's like military police and an official. Furthermore, they enforce their independent ranks and commands. Wow. The only person the enforcement division serves is Jihad, as always. It isn't like the division is loyal or anything because most of the members come in to fill the needs for. So they're psychos. They're essentially psychopaths, like almost Max Tack from
It fits the
Cyberpunk.
description.
Yeah. There are a lot of disparities among the individuals' loyalty to Jihad. Okay. They are all in awe of the power of Jihad. The ones with the highest loyalty are the royal guards. Wow. There's some people who become psychos when their loyalty goes overboard. I mean, we know that. The comparison I made is only surface level since the military police in Jihad's army is not the red. So that's Caliban, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like
yeah,
Caliban
I think so.
people. Okay. Yuri has very strong physical strength even among rankers. We already knew that. The Ha family is very strong genetically because of their specific contract with the Guardian. They are the family with the strongest body strengthening ability, aka reinforcement. Wow. Even though that's not what they're supposed to be known as, according
it was
to
meant
Jin's
for
son.
martial arts.
Yeah.
The body reinforcement.
So Ro is based on Pikachu. It symbolizes that a special test has been conducted by the user. So Ro is like kind of Krillin in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Regulars who fail to pass the floor test are stripped of their rights and returned to the outer tower, not to be confused with outside the tower. After the third floor, they have the right to retake the test. They say most of the people who pass the first or the floor of test will also pass the rest because the difficulty is not that high. Hunty asks, can the tower fuck the outside world? We honestly don't really know. We don't really know too much of the outside world and the inside world from the tower, right? As far as I know.
I think it's implied that the outside world is more dangerous than the tower.
I mean, the tower is definitely
considering that
right?
irregulars are typically people from outside the tower.
Now,
and they're the ones who shake it up.
I mean, that's true, but like when they say irregulars, they can also mean just like they got into the testing areas without being called, right?
Right, but name
the only people we know are strictly from outside the tower. Because I don't remember what Azul said. I remember I think he talked about this.
The 10 family heads are all from outside.
Like outside, like not the outer tower, the outside.
I'm
the tower.
pretty sure that's the case. Yeah.
Isn't Urek also?
Someone will
from
correct me if
I'm
wrong. Urek, I believe so too, but that one I'm not 100% sold on. He might.
Wasn't Bomb in the outer tower, not outside?
Bomb was definitely from the outside, or he was at the outside at some point in his life. Whether that cave was the outside, I don't really know. I think it is, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I honestly don't remember, but yeah. So short answer to the question, Hunt, we honestly don't know, but it's implied that maybe not. What if the tower is like a cradle protecting people from the outside, making their own force stronger? I mean, it very well could be. We don't know, but
yeah. The question is there Shinsu on the outside? That's like another question, because like Shinsu seems to be explicitly a tower thing only. Like, how would people from the outside fight?
That's another thing I was kind of questioning.
They wouldn't be able to use Shinsu, I don't think.
Yeah, another thing I was questioning is what if irregulars are so strong is because they can manipulate the specific laws of the tower because they cheat the system. Like, what if on the outside?
That's definitely part of it. Cheat? Yeah, some of the rules just don't apply to them.
Exactly. They can do what they want.
Or don't apply is maybe a weird way to say it. Maybe it's like it applies to them differently. Whereas, like, you know, irregulars can ask the administrator for a test, whereas regulars kind of have to follow the rules established by like Jihad's system.
Well, can't irregulars just kind of do what they want in terms of like using Shinsu?
That too. Yeah, they don't have to ask permission, I don't think. Yeah.
I mean, they can if they want to, but they don't need to.
Mm-hmm. They're free to do it. Yeah. Whereas the regulars need to form some sort of contract.
They are
with the administrator every time.
Yeah, they are modders in foreign code outside the game. Maybe, I don't know. I think that's looking too far into it. We honestly just don't know. So anyway, if they gave up in the middle, they are stripped of their rights and are sent to the middle area of the tower. From the 20th floor, the right to live in the middle area is granted. So I remember the 20th floor was like a big milestone for regulars. They said like, oh, now it gets serious, but
that's where Wongnan started, I believe.
That's where season 2 started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Many
He was
take the
stuck on the
test,
20th,
or maybe the 19th, or no, he had to be on 20 to take the test. So yeah. Okay. So many take the test after entering the inner tower, but a test requires a lot of points, aka money. And because of the increase in difficulty, they say there's a lot of regulars who give up on 20, which we saw with Wongnan. Wongnan also, like, Wongnan was struggling for money too. He had to, go for the loans. But it said that even after they give up their premium status as a former regular, helps out a lot in their daily. So it's like it comes with some sort of prestige, which is good. So many rankers use ignition weapons as their main choice. Their 2-month series are good, but they are not the best. Alright, we already read this. So Tights, aka Hwaryun, aka my queen, is the most beautiful. You're goddamn fucking right. The main character blinded one eye of that girl. Hwaryun's beauty is foreshadowing. And then basically Azul said Hwaryun is better than Endorsey confirmed XD Easy W. Yo, he's not wrong.
The Endorsey fans are not happy about this.
Listen, man. It's just the truth. You can be angry at all you want, but
do Tower of God fans argue over who's the best, or do they just agree that they're all good? You know what I mean? I think everyone has their favorites, but they're like gentlemen's agreements. Like, hey, I'm an Endorsey fan. You're a Hwaryun. Shakes hands.
I think that's wishful thinking. Also, Nahid Firefly is not going to be average. Firefly is amazing.
I think the only one people hate are the people that like Rachel. That are like Rachel fans. Like they all group
those
together.
Are sickos. Those are sickos.
Yeah.
But to talk with what Nahid said, Nahid, like Firefly, from what I heard, she had to get nerfed. I heard, but
what? No way.
Yeah, but that's not talk, so we're not lingering on that. But anyway,
yeah,
I think there's definitely like classes of people from the Tower of God community. Now, obviously, I have no statistical evidence of this, but I very highly think that like there's camps of people. I think the main camps are Hwaryun, Endorsey, Mashini, and Yuri. I think those are like the four. Maybe Yiwa as well. After that, I think they're just like minority like groups. After that, I think those are like the main like groups of like jackers. But that's just according to my opinion. But either way,
the Gooners.
Mario is the best one. So the first manga SIU got was Dragon Ball. What a surprise! And his parents were against him buying it, so he had to use a complicated war plan to do that. He had to buy it without knowing anything about it. He kept it a secret and read it a few hundred times. Wow. These days, he can read a comic book far more easily, but the feeling can't come. Wow. So, gossips. So here we're getting like little tidbits of lore for the characters.
I love this.
Is there a strong force outside the tower? We really don't know. We don't know much about outside the tower, but Ren is picky about his meals. He prefers yogurt over any other food. He dislikes the syrup ones. Wow. Kun told Bomb he had collected and threw away all the rings that Han Sung-yu gave to their friends. So his friends do not have the rings with them right now. Only Kun knows where they are. I don't know what those rings are.
Han Sung said those rings were like rigged with like explosives or something like that. They were like a way of like him tracking the friends. Because remember when Han Sung threatened that like, hey, if you ever leave Fug, we're gonna murder your friends. Those rings were either, I forget if they were either like tracking devices or if they were like rigged with something.
When did they get the rings?
Right as they left, the right as they graduated, basically from the floor of tests.
Wow. Yeah, Hunty. We do know a little bit about Arlene. We know that it's Bomb's mommy. But anyway,
thanks to Grom.
Yep, Grom really lore dropped us. Jaja hated Ran the moment she saw him. She is good with spicy food. Hwaryun wants to train Bomb to be strong. It seems that she said that Bomb needs a different type of training to learn to control the thorn. She thinks that asking for Urek's aid would be a nice idea if necessary. I mean, listen, Urek is like the god, so, you know. Yiwa has gained confidence. What a surprise. Yiwa thinks Rak is a dinosaur, so do most people. Miss Sang asserts that she is older than Prince, but Prince refuses to tell her his age. So that shit's true.
Damn.
Kun has decided that the other ability of the White Heavenly Mirror is extremely dangerous, so he has not used it. He decided not to use it. Wow. We still don't even know.
He's still carrying that.
Yeah. Wait, is it him or isn't it? Didn't he give it away to someone to hold?
Oh wait, you're right. Yeah, I think he gave it to Chang so he could take away Bulbasaur and Angel.
Damn, that was a while ago. Holy shit. Wow. So Kun likes Western type food. Bomb dislikes both salty and raw. And obviously Rack loves meat. And bananas and sweets. So part 1, more on the 13th month, weapons and the princesses. What do I think Rachel would do if they saw Arlene? I honestly don't know, because we don't know what Rachel and Arlene have in common. I feel like, from my personal theory, Arlene probably either interact with Rachel or knows Rachel in some way or left her instructions, because from like what Rachel's doing with Bomb, she's either a supporter of Arlene, or like Arlene made like a deal with her, maybe like she, like, you know, Rachel owes Arlene. I think there's a connection there, I just don't know what, so I can't say what would happen if they saw each other.
I agree with that.
But anyway, the princess rankings, and I have no clue how to say that word, sobriquets?
Yeah, which are basically like nicknames.
Oh, okay. Will be said later in one place with all the high ranker characters' rankings. Wow, okay. Excuse me. So any princess who becomes a ranker is entitled to a guide, thanks to the contract with Jihad's family. Nice. There have been many cases of a princess from normal families getting killed unnoticed. Wow. I mean, a princess and then a princess from the 10 great families is like night and day, let's be real. A princess from a normal family becoming a ranker means that a new power will be born soon. There are tons of people who will try to get rid of them because they don't want to see that happen. Damn.
So they're targets.
Yeah. Kuhn's words during a name hunt station arc that he said to Endorsi. Oh.
Oh, that might have been while they were telling each other's backstories, you know, with the little dolls. You remember that?
I forget.
They were all like on a boat and they were talking about their backstories. All three of them, Bomb, Kuhn, and Dorsey. I'm trying to remember if Bomb said a backstory, but because he doesn't really know his backstory that much. But
at that point,
definitely, yeah. Kuhn and Dorsey were talking about it.
I kind of remember it a little bit. I remember the doll part, but not much. Tog is nepotism, the manga mafia. Oh my god. Wouldn't the families want to breed with the regulars instead of calling them bad? It's kind of against the rules for an irregular to even be there. Irregulars are supposed to be like kicked out at best.
It's supposed to be eliminated, yeah.
At best, kicked out. At normal, killed. So, I don't think they're supposed to even like be there. But it really depends, because there's not even many irregulars. Like, we can count on one hand how many irregulars there are for the most part. Excluding family heads, obviously, because we don't count them. They run the tower. But wouldn't that be an advantage to them without the rules? Yeah, but it's like you're getting caught doing something illegal. If you get caught, even though they're irregulars, right? If everyone dogpiles them, unless they're scaled like Urek is, or, you know, Enryu and stuff, if they get to them early on, they could definitely do some damage. Like, they could be stopped, for sure.
Yeah, Bomb could have gotten smoked easily.
Well, not even just Bomb. Let's just think about it from, like, the perspective of Urek. Even though Urek was the fastest person to climb the tower, if they noticed him, right, early on, and the families, like, came together to deal with him, they could have done it that early, right?
I'm pretty sure they knew about him being an irregular, especially with how fast he was climbing. I just think he was too big of an issue. Like, they either couldn't catch him, or they...
Too much of a sink?
It was it was like the thing that I mentioned, yeah, the resource issue, where it's just like similar to what I was saying about
it would be like unreasonable to like send all of that for just
exactly, and you're making an enemy out of, so it's like if you mess up, you know he can come back for you. Remember what he said to Gusting, like he'll wipe out his whole family at this point. Like that's how strong Urek is now.
Yeah.
So like imagine making an enemy of him before, and he slips away somehow.
Yeah,
like that is a big risk.
Yeah,
that's a huge risk
for sure. Yeah. Like, if Urek could get Bomb pregnant, that baby would be strong. Okay, that's a stupid question, but yes, I guess... I mean, this is where the family heads, if they fuck each other, they're irregulars fucking each other, so... They have crazy-ass children already, so you're not wrong, necessarily, but... Either way, SIU prepared a Jihad Princess arc. It might run a little later than expected. Yo, let's go! Let's go!
Yeah, when is that shit coming?
Season 3! So name of all the princesses...
Season 5.
Oh... Name of all the princesses with underlined links to their wiki pages for the sake of brevity. Don't click on them since you might get spoiled. Oh wait, you think Azul made this specifically for us? Because he's saying don't click on it because you might get spoiled. Because this means that
actually, you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, this implies that like, excuse me, this is either for people who have not started season 3.
Maybe you forgot to color it blue.
Well, yeah, that's true, but maybe this is from from SIU. Honestly, I don't know, but so Adoria. Okay, I'm not gonna read all these, but these are cool to see. And then Arya Horn Jihad was the first princess, apparently.
Interesting.
So Anak, there's two Anaks, obviously, because there's the mom and then there's the daughter. Don't click. I know not to click, Hunty. Thank you. So in Dorsey, okay, so I'm just gonna read I'm just gonna look at the parentheses ones because those are the important ones. Regular princess, sealed. Eurasia and Jihad. Wait, who's Jihad again?
That is.
Is that Anne?
The one that was sealed, yeah.
That's the one that Garam talked to.
Yeah, the one that Garam talked to.
Okay.
But they said she was crazy, but turns out she wasn't actually as crazy. Yeah. It was all set up, it seemed.
Yep. So Garam is here. She's gone rogue. Yuri is detained, obviously. Endo Locke. Wow, okay. Rebecca Pon, Uni, Urim. So Urim is Garam's sister, right?
Killed by her own sister, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It says also known as Anne. Oh, is that what it says? I didn't read that part. Oh, yeah. What
in the blue.
Is in, yeah. Okay. The 13-month series will have their names engraved on them. Oh, that's pretty cool. The engraving is Japanese because their creator is Ashul Edwaru. More on him later. He uses a language based on Japanese. Wow, okay. There's no deep symbolic significance as Chinese, Arabic, and other languages. Okay. So a lot of languages in the manga. That's crazy. 13-month series is actually based on the lunar calendar. Okay. When an official princess accepts one of the series, she must abide by a set of rules. Number 1. So this one was already broken. She can't give it or lend it to another person. Otherwise, you could be executed. So Yuri broke that one.
Yeah. You know who confirmed that for us? Freaking Hedon from the first episode says, like, he'd be risking execution.
Yeah, so Hedon's really a homie because he didn't say nothing.
Yeah, Hedon kind of doesn't give a shit, I guess. Wow. Or isn't particularly interested in snitching.
Bomb got the shit first episode. Yo, Bomb got hella shit, yo. Dude, I'm telling you, the one thing I could describe Bomb as is lucky. Like, he is so stacked. I'm not saying he doesn't put in work, but, like, bro, even his birth was lucky. Like, let's be real. His birth is lucky. Him surviving his birth is lucky. His parents being who they are is him getting lucky. Like, bro, Bomb is lucky. Like, holy shit. Anyway, so number 2, a princess may own more than one. Okay, I don't know how that's a rule. That kind of just sounds like a question being answered. I don't know how that's a rule, but a princess can refuse a weapon from the 13-month series. Hees Jihad, upon becoming a ranker, was presented with a 13-month series, but she turned it down. Yo, she probably knew there's some bullshit with this.
There is the curse of the 13 months to be wary of.
But they're not supposed to know that. But
yeah, they shouldn't know that.
So what if the princess wanted to groom him? Wouldn't they only spread legs for an irregular? Well, they're not supposed to spread their legs for anyone.
They get murdered.
Yeah, the princesses have to abide by rules. They're Jihad's daughters that are
i.e. Anak Jihad.
Yeah.
The first.
Yep. So notable blog post. Just imagine, what did that guy do to bag like Anak, like the mom? Like,
he was a cook.
Damn, bro. He was a cook and he bagged a princess. Also, I don't know if it said it up there. I don't think it did, but Anak wasn't the mother, obviously. Wasn't from a 10 great families, right? As far as we know.
As far as we know, yeah.
Okay.
No confirmation, though.
Yep. So here we have notable info. So Adori, the wielder of the only S-rank 13-month weapon, the Golden November. High ranker who has multiple male and female fans due to her golden blonde hair and beautiful face. So she's like in Dorsey Prime. She's the commander of Jihad's Royal Guards, the guard that
scary.
Yeah. The guards that welcome Yuri at the start of season 2, and also the same ones Yuri beat up in front of Repalista's place.
Oh, there you go.
They're special in that, like the main REA family members, the Royal Guards are taught how to use the REA family's special sword techniques. Wow.
Oh, wow.
In addition, Adori knows REA swordsmanship as well. Since none of them has REA blood in him, they can't master it as REA can. Okay, so they're not as good, but they still know it.
Well, it's good if you're fighting an REA person too, because you understand
some sort of thing, yeah. As there are many secrets in her private life, no one really knows the true Adori. So there's business Adori, and then there's regular Adori. It's widely known that she allows people she likes to call her by her birth name, which is Adoru. Damn. Even before she became a ranker, she defeated an upper-level ranker quite easily to boot, and even Garam was overwhelmed and pushed to her limits when fighting her. Before the An Jihad incident, Garam and Adori fought once. It hadn't even been 100 years since Adori became a ranker, yet she was able to overwhelm Garam. So Garam's older than Adori.
That's interesting, because I always thought that Garam was
She's an old fucking lady.
She's old, but when I considered her in like the lineage of all the princesses, I kind of called her like the bridge between new and old. Is what I kind of thought of her, because she looked up to people like An Jihad, who's definitely like one of the oldest princesses, as like her senior. But then at the same time, she's a senior to someone like Yuri and a lot of the other princesses that we know. Okay. So I always thought of her as like the bridge. But that just means that Adori is probably like, if this means that she's younger, then that means that she's like somewhere in between Garam and Yuri in terms of like age.
Well, remember what Azul said in the beginning here, or
right? Might have said. Well, I mean, like at how long she's been a ranker, I guess would be a better thing to say, but not necessarily age.
It kind of makes sense that like Garam treats her that way because she beat the shit out of Garam, and that's what they value, like over age. So.
Yeah, that's interesting. I always, like in my head, I always thought Adori was a lot like around the same age, or like has been around the same time as someone like An Jihad.
Wow.
But I guess that's not the case. She just climbed really fast.
Do we know who Adori's parents are?
I don't think so.
Wow. Well, whoever they are, they have to be 10 Great Family. Is she 10 Great Family?
She must be. There's no shot, right? I mean,
imagine. But we
don't know.
Holy shit. Okay.
Because she only takes the Jihad name.
Wow. So in the few fights she had against other rankers, she defeated all of them with overwhelming fucking. Cool. You think, I mean, it's obvious that, like, obviously Urek could whoop the shit out of her, right?
The who?
Urek could whoop the shit out of Adori?
Probably.
Okay, cool. As long as Urek's on top, I'm happy. Adori is pretty cool, though. I really want to add her to the tier list one day if we see more of her. I hope we do.
Yeah. She is the leader of Jihad's forces, so if we keep going anti-Jihad, maybe she'll show up one day.
Yup, maybe she'll be called. And obviously Caliban probably, like, would lose to her, right? Okay. And I'm assuming that Evankel would probably lose to her, too.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Damn, yo, we're really getting to the higher
I don't think Evankel has a chance.
Damn, okay.
Against someone like Adori.
So here we have Arye Agriferion.
Yeah, I think you said that really well for someone who's read that the first time. Okay. Everyone always has trouble with that name, myself included.
So, or maybe it's Hagiferion. Hagiferion? Either way, it would probably be hard to say Hagiferion. Oh no, I said it perfectly. Wow, yeah. The wielder of the Red October. She's a high ranker and one of the only two people to have passed Arye Han's special test.
She wields the Yeezys.
Floor. The Yeezys?
The Red Octobers.
That's what it's called?
I think so. Am I not wrong? I mean,
no, I don't know Yeezys.
I don't know either, but I'm pretty sure they're called the Red Octobers.
I'm a shut-in. I don't know anything. Either way, Jihad, I don't know what the fuck you said here, Hunter. Jihad, a weenie. He'd rather let his kids fight versus coming down and ending the problem. I mean, see, if you were to do that for everything, it'd kind of be annoying and, like, not really... Like, would you use a nuke for an ant? No, no one would, right? And Jihad, like, doesn't even fucking care. We don't even know what Jihad's doing. We don't know what he wants, so...
We could assume that, like, some of the army people are also doing other missions. Like, Bomb isn't the only thing going on in the tower.
Yeah. He's just not ganking Nasus. He's
Tower's a big place.
Red Octobers are expensive shoe. Wow. So anyway, Arye Han has a special test on the 100th floor. Her reward was said to be very personal and childish. The other known person to pass this test is Urek Vizino. Oh shit! Wait, so Urek met, or potentially met, Han.
And
wow.
Yeah.
It is speculated she is likely the one who defeated the Fug Slayer White, and thus precipitated his exile into the Hell Train, since White was supposedly defeated by a member from the same family. Oh, that would be true. Yeah, a lot of things align there. Huh. Wow, the Red Octobers are $11,000 to $33,000. That is insanity. I kind of want to look them up, but can you send me a picture of those while I read this shit?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to like interrupt the viewing for the fans, but anyway. The other two known Arya princesses are Arya Horn Jihad, the very first princess of Jihad who's currently missing, and Arya Rose Jihad, a regular princess who's said to have an antagonistic rivalry with Princess Hendo Locke Gladmary Jihad. Damn, these names are crazy. I'm including Horn and Rose here because there's not much extensive information about them. Nice.
They're very red. I just sent them in.
Oh, let me see. The Red Octobers. These look like clown shoes. The fact that these are as expensive as they are, it's so stupid, man. I hate shoe like logic. This shit is so dumb. Either way, let's keep going. So we have Anne Jihad. So she has the colorless December. Dude, I love these names. These names are so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this, Adrian. Anne Jihad versus Adori Jihad. Who you think?
Mm-hmm.
Anne Jihad's up there, right?
Yeah.
Is she the one who's a mix of two families or no?
Can't say for sure.
I thought they said it. I forgot.
Did they?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Either way, okay.
Well, you're gonna find out which one that one is, anyways, at some point. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Unless it's said here.
We'll see.
Which it is.
Oh wow.
So you're gonna learn real soon. But
okay. So Anne or Adori?
Anne or Adori? You know they're ranked exactly the same.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're the same rank.
You spoiling?
They're tied for whatever.
Are you spoiling right now?
Is that a spoiler? I don't know.
Yes, that's a spoiler.
How is that a spoiler?
That's a spoiler. I didn't know that.
I guarantee it's here somewhere in this
read.
PDF.
Let's read before I smack the shit out of you. The wielder of the colors December, who at some point also took the white February after killing the original unknown owner. A high ranker who went berserk and got sealed away. You're going to spare me the floor of death info dumps? Yeah, because we already know that. This seems like it's towards us, by the way. I feel like Azul really wrote this just for us, which is crazy. She's the daughter of Eurasia Blossom, head of the Eurasia family. Wow. And Po Badao. Okay, alright, yeah. So, wait, so Gustang fucked Eurasia?
Yeah.
Wow.
He is Gucci Gustang.
Yo, who do you think courted who? You think Gucci Gustang went and simped, or do you think Eurasia went to him?
I don't know. Gustang's pretty swaggy, so I don't know.
Damn,
but we haven't met Eurasia.
Gustang...
She's a very tired person, so she probably wouldn't give Gustang the time of day. So maybe it's Gustang who came to her.
What if Gustang fucked her while she was sleeping?
Stop. No, there's no way.
Consensually.
Okay. That sounded really weird.
Yeah, I know how it sounded.
I doubt it, though.
What if she slept midway? Like, what if while they were fucking, she fell asleep?
I don't like that we're, like, theory crafting this. This is, like, the wrong Tower of God thread we're on right now.
It's not Tower of Good.
Yeah, this is Tower of Terrible. Not a fan of this.
Alright, let's keep going. Her mother was supposedly opposed to her becoming a princess. Uni/Uni Jihad and Rebecca Panja were killed by her, and Kun Mashni Jihad and Pondo helped in catching her. Wow, she got hunted. There's also rumors that even Jihad himself had to interfere, and that even Haste Jihad, who refused the 13-month weapon after becoming a ranker, participated in the battle against Anne. It's widely known that her father, Gusting, was both Blossom's greatest fan and critic. Okay, so Gusting was the simp. There are many stories floating around about how the romantic union of the two, however, most are fake. It is a fact that a certain legal document exists in the possession of Anne that contains a notable secret about the two. After Anne was sealed away, her parents split up and forbade marriages between families. Oh, so that's illegal now. The main
between their families.
Okay, not all of them. Okay. The main Eurasia family is now opposed to the selection of Jihad princesses. Wow. Damn. Okay.
So that might explain why Gucci Gusting is kind of helping Fug now.
Oh, they fucked his
indirectly,
daughter.
But somewhat.
Yeah, they fucked his fucking daughter.
He's upset about what happened to Eurasia.
He figured out the secret. What if she told Gusting the secret, and that's why he's like rebelling too?
Yeah. So if there was a large-scale rebellion, there's a chance that Eurasia and Po Badao would kind of side with Fug, depending on like what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. Damn.
And who knows what other families like don't give a shit about Jihad.
Wow, that could be a good Goon Theory series. Oh my god, Hunty. So here we finally get to our favorite princess, Yuri. For all of those Mashni, lovers out there, we're gonna ignore you for a second. So fun fact, her name is Jihad's Effenberg. Said in season 1, Stefan Effenberg is a German football player, an American term soccer player. Okay. I'm glad you made that specification, Azul, or I was about to say Jihad.
SIU.
SIU.
They're the same person.
Pretty much, but excuse me. Effenberg was known for his rough behavior on the field and rude behavior towards the fans. Yuri is obsessed with a virtual boy sim called Raising Cute Boys, which was introduced to her by Repalista. Wow. Wait, is Jaina Repalista?
It must be like a dating sim.
Is that the one with the opera?
Yeah, that's the one with the opera.
Her first name is Jaina?
Playing video games. I guess. I never knew that.
Wow. Apparently she hasn't stopped playing it since because it features a character that resembles Bob. Oh my god. So here we have the 13-month series. We have... Oh, these are cool. Silver January, White February, Black March, Green April, Yellow May, Luminous June, Indigo July, Blue August, Dark September, Red October, Golden November, Colorless December, and Rainbow Undecember? Holy shit. Oh my god.
Notice that the last one's not a sword.
Yeah, it's an inventory. So I was about to go through that. So we know the Black March is a needle, Green April's a hook, Luminous June is a sword. Have we seen the Luminous June?
I don't know. I don't think so.
And then we see all the owners. So Anne Jihad has the Silver January. So they didn't take it away from her when she got sealed?
They only took the other one.
Or is that a different person?
The February.
You see how White
If you look at the February, yeah, it was taken away from her. They kept her with the December.
But is Anne and N the same person?
No, it's different.
That's a different person?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You just said they kept her with the other one, though.
Yeah, but the Anne Jihad that we're talking about is spelled E-N-N-E. Anne A-N is a different princess.
Okay. So, she gave the Black March up for a reason. Her Drake-ass self... Well, no, she has it back. Or no, well, she... Okay. So she gave the Black March away, got it back, and then gave it away again.
She dropped it.
She can't...
She didn't give it.
I mean, yeah, that's what she's, like, saying. Yeah, that's what she's saying to the ops, but we all know what really happened. But, wow, that is funny as shit. And now she's locked up, so she can't even get it back now. Like, not Jihad. Bomb basically has that shit for a year. Anyway, Mashini has Yellow May, Green April, obviously Yuri, one from, like, person to person. So the only S-rank one is the Golden November for Adori, which is crazy. That weapon must, like, eat some fucking ass.
As far as we know, because the other ones are unranked.
Well, no, we know Black March is B, Green April's B.
Well, the rest is unknown.
I'm actually shocked that, like, the Black March is the same rank as Green April. I thought the Black March would be stronger, honestly.
Right, yeah.
Huh. Wow. But anyway, so yeah, they kept the Colorless December with her. So that just goes more to the theory of, like, Jihad really doesn't want people getting the full series, because, you know, then they unlock they have part of
Exactly, yeah. I think we had this conversation where it's like, why would they leave her with that thing? Well, maybe because they want to prevent the key.
Yeah.
So, like, spreading them out more.
Like, you literally cannot get the December. You just can't get it. Unless you unseal her, I guess. And I don't think anyone wants to do that.
Yeah. And there's rumors that she's crazy, too. So, like, who would want to do it in the first place? The only people who actually knows that she's probably okay is either, Fug or, I guess, Garam.
Well, Garam's
unless Garam, I don't think... I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm not sold on the idea that she's Fug. I don't think so.
You could be right, yeah.
I think she's just a nomad who lives in the floor of death.
She's just chilling. Do I think Joseph Joestar can fight Urek? No. The only way he would do anything is if he got lucky, so aka
He's bullshit. Very lucky, though. Remember
that's the only thing.
Airplane crash? He survived multiple airplane crashes.
Urek is not that level of, like, lucky. Like, you need to win the lottery 10 times straight to be, like, lucky enough to do something to Urek.
What if he had von Stroheim helping him out?
I don't know. Maybe that might change things, but I don't really want to talk too much about von Stroheim for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
That's not good for YouTube. If YouTube doesn't like his people, if you know what I mean.
He turned his ways, man.
Yeah,
kind of.
Well, we'll leave it there. But anyway,
yeah.
It said the 13-month series was made from materials provided by Jihad. We know Garam that half of the key to the 135th floor is part of those materials. The weapons vary in shape and function. One is a needle, Black March. Another is a hook, Green April. The Gold November is the only S rank. There have been 5 princesses in total who had been executed for going on rampages due to the influence of the ghost. And the ghosts are the that's not the souls in the things, right?
No, it's not. It's an external third party
We
that
saw them
basically
before.
gets to invade. Yeah, gets to take control of you if you activate too.
Okay.
It's like
I
a
remember
spell.
that, yeah, for Yuri. That's what happened to Yuri.
Mm-hmm.
And then they conveniently had the cleansing bell. Anyway, part 2. Shul Edwaru, aka the guy in the workshop. He's the famed blacksmith who created the series and is one of the master artisans of the tower. In terms of his position in the Gong Bang, aka the workshop, he would be similar to a high ranker. Wow. He also happens to be the author of the book of the tower's weapons, for which the only introductory segment has been preserved. Okay, Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna paraphrase this. So basically, he's saying the history of how King Jihad came in and is cool, and Jihad didn't like the place, so he fixed it. Okay. There's no okay, so there's no Shinsu outside the tower. There's air. So I guess because Shinsu's water, so it's very different. They've stated the tower is filled with Shinsu is too boggy. So irregulars don't like the tower. They think it's uncomfortable because it's water and they're used to air. So his fucking name is so weird. Ashul. So Shul's never been there, but he found some commonalities and differences. Okay. So he interviewed regulars. This guy's old. They both let beings breathe. Okay. They're both powerful enough to threaten others when they flow harshly. I mean, I definitely think water flowing harshly is way more dangerous than air, but that's just me, I guess. Can Krillin beat Urek? No. Actually, Dragon Ball is bullshit. Maybe eventually. Right now, no. Either way. The characteristics they exemplify. Okay. So Shinsu's more like a gas and more like a liquid in different concentrations, but air is just air. Okay. So Shinsu's fluid, but there's no common law of physics. And then there's set laws of air. So cool. Consumption. So Shinsu's everywhere, and then it can go into a room that's sealed. It doesn't flow, but it's created. Air is not created from within, so basically you can remove air from a vacuum. This seems like an uncomfortable death by all accounts. Wow. You readers may not understand why a being who's not even a wave controller, I'm writing about Shinsu. Wow. They're ignorant of the weapons of the tower. Shinsu and the weapons of the tower are interrelated. So basically Shinsu is everything, so there you go. All the weapons, Jihad's bond to the tower. The weapons were, of course, made to suit air. So Jihad's crew brought in weapons that obviously worked with air, not Shinsu. They had to develop and modify them to suit Shinsu. Wow. Huh. There are going to be a lot of stories about Shinsu in the following chapters. I request the readers place special emphasis on the relationship between weapons and Shinsu. Damn. Okay, so part 3, Mexeth. Okay, so this looks like something like Celtic almost. The Great Father, aka the ultimate rank in the workshop, Mexeth. Mexethu. Alternatively read as Mexses, sorry. Big sex. Is a master weapons craftsman and is also known as the father of the workshop. After crafting the white ore, Maxeth stopped crafting weapons. It's unknown why. Or even if he kept on creating other objects such as pockets. So the white ore is the only known sword made by Mexeth and is currently owned by Arye Han. Oh shit! It's also known as the only S+ rank weapon. Warrior. Okay, so warriors in the tower say the well-edged weapon is like an oarfish. Because of this, the name of the sword, funnily enough, is derived from the oarfish, a legendary type of white steel eel. At the current point of the story, the white ore is the tower's most powerful weapon that we know. So it's Excalibur, essentially. So Mexeth was already in the tower before Jihad came, and he helped them. And everything from that, they know about the tower comes from Mexeth. Wow. All pocket models translate the various languages to Mexeth's native language. Wow. He was artificially... Oh, he has artificially created children who are Max, Mime, Mad, and May. Mad Dog? Mad Dog? And each of them holds the title of Great Teacher. Wow. So, Bang Workshop, he's the most solo creation of artificial life forms. Flux, okay, who holds the title of Father, one rank below Mexeth, one of the 3 Lords of Jihad, who we will take a look at in the next segment.
I don't know any of this stuff. This is crazy.
Wow. Your stream lagged if I answer your question. Yeah, no, so to answer your question, Hunt, I mean, Dragon Ball is bullshit. The power scaling Dragon Ball is bullshit. I don't think Krillin could win, but Dragon Ball's BS, essentially, so who knows? But I think Eric would smack the shit out of him. Let's see. So, the workshop is the creation room, the blacksmith, the factory, so it's founded by Mexeth, obviously. It also exists outside the tower, and no one knows its origin. Wow. The ultimate ambition is to find an order, reasonable creation of the world. Damn, so they want to just be God, okay. There are 5 ranks within the workshop. Great Father, which is Mexeth, Father from Flux, Great Teacher, Teacher, Disciple. The 4 artificial children of Mexeth hold the titles of Great Teacher. They're not given ranking by the Ranking Administration Office because of their relationship. Their ranking abilities are just to be of S level, so aka high rankers. Each of the 4 possess different personality, hold different knowledge. Damn, there's so much more than I thought. Like, I already knew there was a lot, but I didn't realize...
sauce.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was this much fleshed out.
Before, like, for the workshop.
Yeah, but just, like, before it ever even hit the story. Like, this is just from here and there. Like, this is crazy.
It's crazy we haven't heard any of this, like, in the story. Even during the workshop battle, like, we didn't hear... Maybe we've heard, like, AZUL'S name, I think, once or twice, but, like, besides that, I don't recall hearing anything else.
Wow. And one of them is a mischievous prankster. The title of teacher is self-explanatory. It has to be known that their influence with the tower is enormous. Disciples are chosen by the teachers. They formally become one after a set period of training. As their position and title rises, a disciple enjoys benefits rivaling those by rankers. Wow. The disciple may be chosen to be a regular. They will be expelled from the workshop, and their knowledge is sealed by law. The only exception is Flux. Wow. On the other hand, there have been cases where a ranker becomes a disciple. Such a person is not expelled from the ranking, so it's possible to be both a ranker and a disciple if you're a ranker first. Okay. That's pretty cool. Due to the unparalleled mastery of science and weapon engineering, the workshop, if not for their independence and complete disinterest in the tower's power, it's strong enough to be a threat to Jihad's empire. Wow. When an unnamed test administrator of the floor created a commotion with the workshop, an attending teacher completely humiliated him. The ruler of the floor himself came to ask for forgiveness from the teacher after the news reached him. Yo, the workshop don't play. They are so, like, sucked off. I like this. And the best part is, like, there's not many of them. Like, they're very contained, but, like, even though, like, I mean, you know, this is the way it works in talk, but, like, they are strong. Like, they rival people. Also, what's going on, Yard? Let me see what you said. You look goofy with the Taco Bell stuff. Nice. And you like, went in high. Oh my god. Wow. Based on what I know, can Gojo or Geto climb the tower? I mean, if they could use Shinsu's sword, but what I know now, I don't think they do good. They're like maybe city level at best, and people in the tower are way beyond that. Either way, so the next thing, the 3 lords. The 3 lords are a trio. Wait, what? The trio of regents take turns ruling every 1,000 years. The 3 lord system is actually an old tradition that has existed since Jihad first established the empire. Oh? Excuse me. So this is the ruling class before Jihad. They have the highest authority in the politics of the tower and have the final say on all matters. To avoid being bound by their heredity, they discarded their surnames and only used their first names. What? What the hell? Huh. So Flux, this lord is also known as the Magician. He's the first disciple of Mexeth and is one of the fathers. So that means there's more. And the only father we know of. Okay, well, there you go. Like all the other fathers of the workshop, Flux is an artificial organism created by Mexeth. No one has seen his real self and only the illusion he makes. That kind of reminds me of the thing with the
I know exactly what you're gonna
with
say.
the train hunt station. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Freerin, the illusion guy.
Oh yeah. Land. I love Land. Land is so cool. But so anyway, he is one of the three people that own the ultimate lighthouse model Opera. He is most likely a light bearer, although unconfirmed. All fathers, great teachers. Okay. Okay, even all. Okay, so all fathers are also great teachers. Flux is not a great teacher because he holds one of the Lord's seats and is known that he is out of the workshop. Wow. One can view him as equal or slightly above the four children who might also be fathers. Wait, so I thought Flux. Wait, I don't understand something.
Yeah, he probably was part of the workshop, and now that he's a Three Lord, he had to remove himself from the workshop.
No, but what he said was Mexeth had four kids, right?
Yeah.
Max, Mai, Mad, and May. But he also said that he created Flux.
Wait. Yeah, scroll up. I think I just saw it right there. The first paragraph of that new page. Something. His most noble creation of the realms of artificial life forms is Flux.
So it was another artificial as well.
I guess those are his artificial children, but he also created more artificial people not considered his children. Huh. Question mark?
I guess. I'm not sure. So tower people get smacked if they're outside of it by nobodies. I mean, maybe. If they can't use Shinsu, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, Shinsu is kind of the lifeblood.
Yeah, it's like the issue when people were saying, like, comparing things to, like, Hunter x Hunter, like, everyone would die to Nen, because if you can't use Nen, you die to Nen.
It's that's like the stand argument. If you don't have a stand, you can't see the stand. And you can't even harm the stand either. If you were to punch it, you wouldn't even hit it.
So the question is, how would the worlds interact with one another if you were to combine them? Like, we can't really draw that line.
It's hard to compare certain things like that. But anyway. Okay, so we read that. Where the fuck were we at? We're at Flux.
I think we finished Flux, or we were close to finishing him.
So he has Opera. He's not a great teacher. Okay, so Jochun. Another three, Jochun is known to be a progressive lord. He strongly asserts and stands up for the idea of advancing onto the next floor. He loves alcohol. He was named Jochun for an alcoholic river. Wow. He was born to Ari Han. Oh, shit. And an unknown woman who was native to the tower. Low blood. His mother is said to have died as she gave birth to him. There's a rumor that he is a drinking buddy to Urek Mazino, but this is unconfirmed. His real name by default is Ari Chun. Oh, wow.
Huh. He seems cool.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. So, Molik 1PGR. What the fuck?
Damn, bro. What a name.
If Jihad is the symbol that represents the tower's rulers and a personification of the empire itself, Molik 1 is the being who actually rules the tower. Of the three lords, he is the strongest, and his influence is comparable to the 10 great family heads. His name, Molik 1, comes from the Moloch region that he lived in. It means the absolute lord of Moloch. What the hell? He quite obviously was once the absolute ruler of Moloch, region of the tower, and under settlement with Jihad became one of the three lords. So it sounds like these three lords kind of like made a deal with Jihad to just like coexist.
And they like help out Jihad by like essentially ruling for him, or like being his government, kind of. They're like his Congress, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Or
his Supreme Court or something. I don't really know. It seems like they do a lot of the work while Jihad just kind of does what he needs to do. Yeah. I don't know. The tower is such a big place. I cannot imagine you running the tower without someone, like some group of people doing like
he definitely has that in place. I think this is how it works in real life too. The higher up you go, the less work you actually have to do. You just like send it to your cronies. So like
it's bureaucracy.
Yeah, the people who are higher up actually end up just doing less and less.
Yeah.
Stupid. But anyway. So after he became a lord, he faithfully performed the duties, and he carried the image of a benign and generous ruler, unlike how he used to be. He occasionally shows a charisma that overwhelms all other rulers. Rulers referencing the owners of the various floors who have consent of guardians like Evan, Kell, and Elliot, who we recently saw. Although said to be a powerful warrior that even Jihad himself could not take lightly, most of the records with regard to these propositions have been lost. Now, this is the only resident of the tower, regular Towerborn, excuse me, who got the honor of being compared to 13 great warriors in terms of pure power, even if he is still weaker than they are. So they're saying he's like on the level of Jihad, and he's the person who was like inside the tower. Shit. Wielding his giant halberd, he was able to fulfill the role of all positions. It was not that he performed the role of every position, but rather he fought without any regard to what position he was. So he just...
It's like how everyone's doing right now.
Yeah, he just did what needed to be done. He didn't care.
He established the meta for Tower of God.
Wow. Alright, part 5. Woolhike Song and Fug Tidbits. Ooh!
Yay.
So here's my big question for you, Adrian. I have like 2 questions. Number 1, do you like want to read anything, or you want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going. You're doing great.
Okay. Number 2, do you want to keep going? Because, you know, I feel like this could take a while. I mean, I'm down to do the whole thing, but do you want to maybe like hold it off or take a break or do it another time?
We could, but I think right now I'm down to keep going. Depending on how much more text we have to go through, we could do a second part. Okay. I'm not opposed to it, but let's keep going. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, because I know the end is like mostly pictures. Like the end is...
Yeah, I do remember that.
Too long. Either way.
Yeah.
So part 5, more Woolhike Song and Fug. Get to page 30. Yeah, we'll see. It's really up to Adrian, but we'll see. So Woolhike Song, co-founded by Uruk and Bayek Ryun, one of the most outstanding wave controllers in history, which I used to think was Hansung, but Hansung's like a shit. So the influence and power of this organization is so big that the 10 great families fear it. This doesn't really contradict Gustang's statements towards Uruk, since they may be feared to force great family members, but not to the family heads directly, except Uruk himself. Okay. Their progressive image of finding a way out of the tower disagrees with the Jihad's empire's conservative ideals, but that's not enough to call them anti-government, which a lot of people brand them as. The relationship between Fug and Woolhike Song is not that good. There are a few members who are associated with both. Wow. The name Woolhike Song, the winged tree under the moon, originates from a supposedly true story when Uruk and Bayek... Woolhike Song began when Bayek heard the great stories about the world outside the tower from Uruk and developed his own ambitions and dreams of leaving. Bayek originally wandered from place to place and eventually settled down in the forest, but after he became very curious about the world outside and told Uruk about his desire, and then Uruk said, I'll attach wings to this forest, I'll attach wings to those big trees so that they can follow you anywhere you go. So he wanted to take his home with him, or at least Uruk did. He then shrank, unknown as to how, the entire forest and put it in a small winged box. Wow. The name Woolhike Song comes from this anecdote. Afterwards, the forest was moved to floor 77 and expanded back to normal size. Rankers who had heard stories of Uruk and Bayek gathered one by one, forming Woolhike Song. Quant Blitz once said that their headquarters are located in a hellish place. And we saw the forest during Roe and Quant's journey to the 77th floor. Isn't that when they found the Coon playing games?
I think that was it, yeah. Huh. I wonder if that was actually the 77th floor, though. I'm not completely sold on it, but it could be true.
This is what AZUL'S saying, so...
Yeah. I wouldn't rule it out, but I'm not 100... Because there isn't like a... They didn't say it for certain, I don't think, right?
They did. They said the floor name.
They said 77th floor?
I don't remember if it said 77, but I'm pretty sure it said a floor number.
They said they were going there, so it does make sense. I don't know. But I believe it. I just... Wow. I need to check to confirm. Huh. I would need to check.
Okay. So, more info on Uruk, one of my favorite characters. An amazing high ranker who set the record for climbing the tower in the shortest time using normal methods. So he took him 50 years. Like most of the other high rankers, he's very capable of doing whatever the fuck he wants in the positions. He was referred to by Edwin as an opponent that Edwin really want to fight. So Edwin's crazy. Edwin's kind of like Luck from Black Clover. I don't know if you know who that is, but...
I don't.
Well, Luck is basically a guy who always wants to fight people. Anyway, he was okay, so I already read that. And he fought Arye Han on an equal level when he was only a regular? Okay, never mind. I take back what I said before. They definitely were scared of this guy as a regular. If you're fighting Han, who has a S+ weapon... Now, maybe Han didn't use it, but I doubt that. I'm pretty sure he probably used it. if he fought him on equal level as a regular, and all he uses is his fists, then it's like, bro, Uruk is just that guy, man.
Mm-hmm. He is him.
Like, he really is. That's the main character right there. To the point that Han praised him as a true warrior after their fight ended on a stalemate during his 100th floor test, and even admitted Uruk was far better. Wow. So, some people take the statement, and this is AZUL'S opinion here, that Uruk was stronger even as a regular, but the wording was not stronger but better, and Han praised him as a warrior. So we don't know if Han used his Shinwan Ryu or S plus rank sword or any other Shinsu skill besides his swordsmanship. And another nail to this coffin is the fact that it was an official test. So by definition, Han should not be able to use 100% of his power. Otherwise, there would be no point to this test.
That is true.
And no regular Towerborn would have passed this test. Bomb on the 20th floor also was able to fight almost equally with Love, but it was a test, and we know that because of this, Love's power wasn't 100. Otherwise, he would one-shot Bomb. So, AZUL'S take on this statement was Han called Uruk a true warrior, which in his eyes means that Han acknowledged that on a pure fighter skill level, Uruk was better than Han's swordsmanship, or Han acknowledged that at the same point in their climb, Uruk was stronger than Han was, which I fully believe is true. Wow. The task of Han's test was for Uruk to endure his attack for 10 minutes, and his prize of choice was the ownership of the 77th floor. Wow. So that's almost like what people go to the tower for. Don't they go to the tower to like get their dream fulfilled or whatever? Or like get whatever they desire? It sounds like Han is kind of the one that gives that to you, and that's before you reach the top.
Yeah, but you gotta do a stupid test that no one can do.
Yeah, unless you're an irregular or like ridiculous OP. They said that another person did it. Was it Anne?
I think it was Hagafarian.
Oh, Hagafarian? Not a Dory?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was Hagafarian. I could be wrong though. Was it a Dory?
I don't remember where it is.
Let's confirm. Damn, I'm down to confirm.
Okay, let me see. God damn it.
Let's go back to where it was talking about the princesses.
I have an idea. Let's just do this. Han. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it was Hagafarian. Yep. Alright, well that answers that. Alright, let's keep going. So here we go. So we're on to this. So Uruk's humorous backstory of Phantominium. At some point in history, while both were still in the outside world, Uruk had been tracking fellow irregular Phantominium for unknown reasons. I always call him Phantanium. And when Phanta entered the tower, Uruk followed him inside immediately. We are left to assume that they had a long history or a brief skirmish. There was a time when Uruk, who had a complaint about his rank being lower than Phantomanium's, broke into the ranking office, captured Robert Eisen, the deputy director, and threatened him to raise his rank. To Uruk, who asked, "Have you ever seen me fight Phantominium?" Eisen answered briefly and without hesitation, "You will be the loser if there was such a fight." Uruk Mazzino, shocked, could do nothing but go home bitterly. Wow! And that's crazy because Uruk knows this guy. Which means
this feels like a weird story.
Which means Eisen also knows like everyone then, because he's the one who ranks them, I guess, because he's the deputy. But as a result of this incident, a number of jokes about Mazzino emerged, and nicknames like Uruk Maluser and Loser Majino appeared. They did his point 30, yo, they did. This climaxed into the production of comic strips featuring the incident, which Bayek Ryun said would prove quite useful in the treatment of chronic depression. It appears that Uruk has managed to get over this incident. I like how they say it appears, like they don't know.
Yeah.
They're just assuming.
He does end up as the joke a lot.
I was about to say that he's like the highest level of Boro. Like
I was just about to say that too.
Like he's the Boro.
He is a Boro.
It's so sad, man. Like if you're ever the butt of the joke, if you're ever just like a jobber, you're the Boro. Like it's sad. Anyway, Ranking Administration Office, this logo right here. Tommy and Robert Eisen. Tommy's the director, one of the most influential groups in the tower. He was chosen by Jihad to create the Office of Ranks. He hired Robert as his assistant and as his first employee. Tommy calls him by the nickname Eisen. Oh wow, that reminds me of Fearin. Tommy's a person who's always out playing instead of being in the office. What a fucker. So screw charisma, making decisions and handling issues because of the great and comedic wickedness that Tommy possesses. He included Robert in the rankings despite Eisen not being a ranker. One day, Tommy texted Eisen asking what ranking he would give himself, and Eisen responded with a question mark, which Tommy literally added to the rankings. Wow. Tommy's a really funny friend to have. Tommy is not included in the rankings as he has not climbed a tower. Robert is a man hidden behind veil, so unknown that even Jihad does not know any of the details of his birth. Thanks to his outstanding and precise ability to handle matters and his sound personality, he's also known by the nickname Robot Eisen. At some point, there was a widespread rumor that he was an office-use cyborg, but this was later officially denied by the workshop. As the very first person put into the position by Tommy after Jihad chose Tommy to set up ranking office, Eisen is a man with awe-inspiring, precise decision-making skills. So basically, Tommy makes Eisen do all the work. The polar opposite of Tommy. It seems that he only has the battle power of an average person, however, despite this, he never cowers, even before high rankers, which is why he stood up to Urek. It's said that there have been many cases in which he overwhelms them instead. My man got that verbal abuse to the max, yo! The majority in the tower argues that, ignoring battle ability and purely based on influence, he can compete with Fug or the heads of the Tengrave family. Holy shit! Okay, then we get to some bonus on some people from Season 1 that Azul has so kindly provided us with pictures for. So, Kurdan and Ice Strawberry, these two Woolhike Song members, are fairly irrelevant. Wow. It's worth noting that Kurdan holds the special position of Dun Sulsa, aka Technician, and Ice Strawberry's real name, unknown, and the anime skipped completely, is a member of a branch clan of the Eurasia family. Supposedly not Fonsakal, but an entirely different one. So, she's related kind of to Jellybean, but not really. Fug symbol is this, which is that really Fug symbol?
The eyes, yeah.
Oh wow.
If you remember, Bomb's robe was littered with all those eyes on his thing.
I do not remember. But this is the Elder symbol, which just looks like kind of similar to Woolhike Song, and I think I might have said that at some point.
I think it's kind of similar to Jihad's kind
too.
of.
I thought
It
that,
seems
but
like eyes are like the theme here.
I think it's more like I obviously thought Jihad at first, but Jihad's are 3. This is 6.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's more
sure.
in the position of Woolhike Song to me.
The shape.
But, yeah.
Sure.
So Fug had a total of 11 Slayer positions. Among the 7 living Slayers, 5 are missing. So vague wording replaced with sleeping or possibly inactive, while other 2, Karaka and Luzlek, are reigning as devils. Oh. Excuse me. So this statement was made before Joaquin and White and the Yama backstory rewrite. So there's 3 missing now, with this also being likely subject to change. 4 seats are currently empty. So here are the Slayers. We have Luzlek, the founder and number 1, known as the God of Devils or the Demon King. So then we have Amort. There's a small possibility that Amort might not even become canon, get introduced, or they might change him basically. Karaka, obviously. Baylord Yama, which we know of. White, which we know of a lot. And it even says who they target too. This is funny. Memoir Seto. 1 unnamed Slayer, and then vacant spots. Cool. While the proper name of the organization is unknown, some readers believe it to be Forgiven or Forgone Under Grace. Oh, so that's what it stands for. Okay. Titular to its founder, Grace Merchia Luzlek, or for Unforgettable Grace. I see you confirmed that the G in Fug does stand for Grace. Since recently Slayers Yama Karaka are taking L's, some gave Fug the new comical meaning, Frauds Under Grace.
Damn.
Wow. So, generations of Slayers. So, the Slayers of Fug are divided into 3 types, depending on their time of appearance. First gen, so aka the people who are Luzlek, so the ancient gods. Second gen, so those who burned their names into the memories of the tower, aka White. And then third gen, which is Karaka and Yama, so the new ones. These details have nothing to do with the number of seats, because I remember I asked that at one point. So Yama's original non-canon backstory, he was one of the pitbulls that battled in Bay Road, and said he was the strongest mad dog of the time. Okay. You kind of told me this backstory too at some point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
In the
And the
pit,
fact that it doesn't exist anymore, or that it was
yeah.
rewritten.
In the pit, he was a god of death who drove opponents to their doom, and people call him Yama, the Lord of the Dead, out of respect. He killed his own keeper and became the only mad dog to ever escape. Although no exact details. Okay. Wait, so wasn't Mad Dog? How was? So when I say Mad Dog, I mean like the guy we saw with the stupid thing that made him like
Gargarv?
Vargarv. Yeah,
Or whatever his
Vargarv is
name.
related to Yama, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How is he
So
related to
is
Yama?
Bulbasaur. He's one of Yama's mad dogs.
So
So
Yama
Yama
was a
kind of
mad
picked up his
dog.
own tradition. Yeah.
Okay, so he basically got it, but that's not canon anymore. I'm confused.
It's so you're gonna see eventually, but it's like it's rewritten, so it's
Huh.
slightly different than what we're seeing right now.
Okay. So no exact details are known regarding the escape, but Immort might have helped him. After becoming a ranker, Yama returned to Bay Road with Fug's power backing him, and then killed the owner of the pit. He became the king of the Mad Dogs and a slayer of Fug. Because of this, it has been frequently hypothesized that the other domination of Bay Road was the final condition he needed to do to become a slayer. It's rumored that he is currently using enormous monetary revenue made in Bay Road as an impetus to build mysterious pleasure-based and entertainment-focused facilities. So these involve alcohols, drugs, and stuff we won't say on stream. Everywhere throughout the tower, and therefore expanding the influence and power. Despite all this notoriety, he has never once shown his face since becoming its slayer. Wow. And then we have the 10 great families, and I'm assuming there's these images. So we have to guess who's who. Well, obviously, we know who number one is right here. That's REA.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I'm not too sure.
You
What do you
know this
think?
one.
We know this one? Who is it?
Mm-hmm. You should know it.
I should. I don't.
It's
I can't
Kun.
remember. It's
Kun.
Kun?
Kun family has Kun has this symbol on his headband
Oh, wow. Okay.
in season 1.
Damn. Okay,
I'm
this.
pretty sure.
Okay. This yellow one, I have no clue.
Yeah. But you should get the next one.
Ewa, honestly.
Yeah, the Aeon family. Zagena flower.
This one, I don't know. I'm not
No
too
idea
sure.
either.
I'm assuming this one might be, which is the one that her anima's Lopobia?
Lopobia, sure. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm with that, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this one is. This one looks like
Maybe Ha or
Pokemon
something.
symbols.
It's like red.
I was thinking this one might be Ha right here.
That one might be it, actually. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, this might be Eurasia, maybe. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this one is. Let's see if he tells us.
The last one might be his REA or Ari.
Oh yeah, that might be Ari. Yeah,
because it kind of looks like a sword thing. Yeah.
Okay, then we have this very nice picture. Cool. These look like COD Black Ops like custom emblems.
Yeah.
So the Ari family, the head being Ari Han, is related to the REA family. Wait. Oh wait. Oh, REA Han. Oh, Han. Sorry, Ari Han and REA Han.
There you go.
Created their own split lineages. Okay. Fans theorize a possible brother or cousin relation, officially unconfirmed. I thought it was confirmed that they were related. From Sharon.
I think it says here that they're related, but we don't know exactly how.
Oh, so we don't know how they're okay.
Yeah, so they could brothers, whatever, cousins, whatever, it's
Okay.
not confirmed.
All right. It is known among the tower residents that the family has a pacifistic approach. Yep, we know that from Sharon, my lovely. They don't like war. They're doing everything they can to prevent it. They don't use real swords. They use needles. They have needles that match the person and personality. Members of the Ari family can have their own personalized needles if needed requested. So Ari Han, aside from being the father of one of the 3 lords, Jochun, Han also has 2 children with the Ha family head Yurin, but was never officially married. So they kind of just messed around. And here we go, the REA family. Ooh. So currently the most famous family because they're swordsmen, which is an anomaly. Also, namely due to REA Han being the strongest of all the family heads. And this guy fought Uruk, and he said Uruk was better than him, which is crazy. As a regular. As of the current point of the story, they controlled floors 100 to 95, 93, 91, 79, 78. They have branch clans, which is Ariane and Ariran. The REA have a strong ego-based rivalry with Kun and Ha, so the top three. REA members fighting over control over 80 to 90. Wow. Against the Kun members. Wait, they fight each other? What? The direct non-branch descendants are quite few, so having a chance to meet face-to-face with them is fairly small. One can learn the REA swordsmanship techniques, but can never use them as proficiently as the REA family could, like Adori and the Royal Guard. Cool. So REA Han is known for giving special tests on his personal floor, which is 100. And at some point after entering Uruk, challenged the test. I really hope this isn't spoilers like Azul, because like I mean, Adrian, you can kind of confirm this if you can, but
you're not gonna learn this anywhere else.
Okay, so we don't get to floor 100.
Well, if we do, we're gonna hear about this, but like this stuff has been mentioned in other media, I guess.
So it's not spoiling because it's not out yet.
It's not spoiling because it was never part of the story.
Okay.
Like when this information was released, it was released as a blog post / some sort of thing that you would read in addition to the exactly. So it's like information he wanted us to know as we were reading the story.
So this is not from the story though.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. All right. So REA Han is known for giving special tests. Eric Mazzino challenged it. On's fight with Zio is the most recent one, as he has not battled anyone after him. So we know Bomb's going to do that. Let's be real. We know Bomb's going to get there. It said that before entering the tower with the rest, he challenged Jihad 10 times and lost all 10. And he's Jihad's servant because of that. Wow. Excuse me. So now we get to Eurasia. So it's led by Eurasia Blossom. I'm assuming Eurasia Blossom is hot as shit. Also, just to make sure, Adrian, on the what's it called? The tier list we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
The green person we have is Lopobia?
Yeah.
The family heads? Okay. The leaf person. So that's not Eurasia.
Yeah, we don't know anything about Eurasia.
Okay. So, led by Eurasia Blossom, known fairly well in the story thanks to the branch clan members, the Phone Sakal branch, which is Jellybean and Lare. It is said that all Eurasia members are adept at controlling Shinsu. They're wave controllers, basically. All of them love to sleep. So it's not just the Phone Sakal, it's all of them. The Pobeda and Eurasia families have had hostile relations ever since the En-Jihad incident that forbade the marriage between the two. So doesn't that mean... Wait. So Pobeda and Eurasia, they're the two ones that fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're hostile to each other?
Because of what happened to En-Jihad, yeah.
But didn't we just say before that, like, if there was, like, a rebellion, they'd be, like, allies with each other?
Sure.
But they're hostile.
But they don't like each other. I mean, it must be something to do with the family heads, how they had, like, a bitter breakup after what happened to En-Jihad. If you recall, previously, they were saying that Eurasia never wanted Anne to become a princess, and Pobeda is the one who introduced the princess system.
Oh.
I don't know if they said it before, but we've definitely read in a blog post that the one who started the princess system was Pobeda Gusting.
Of course, so it might his be fucking ass, because he thinks of everything.
It might be that En-Jihad probably feels not En-Jihad, Eurasia Blossom probably feels
fuck you fucked my daughter.
Yeah, like this was all Gustang's fault type beat. But at the same time, I don't think Gustang is like, like maybe he feels guilty about it, but I don't think he's like, he didn't expect this to happen. Yeah, exactly. But so they're bitter towards each other, but that's just the way it is,
Okay. So now on to Blossom. Blossom has the appearance of a young child. I would have never guessed. And Gusting is on that lolly shit. Okay, cool. She loves flamboyant clothes. In addition to having the laziest personality, because she sleeps, Blossom does not fall short of other family heads in terms of talent and skill. She hasn't involved herself in politics since the Great Journey, aka when they first got there. Because of her lazy personality, she does not take care of either of the floors she rules or her family, and thus received a lot of criticism. Although she never showed any interest in the deep scientific research of Shinsu, pioneered by Gustang, Blossom's abilities on the battlefield are said to be above Gustang's. Wow. Gusting himself is said to be jealous of Blossom's superior genius, her natural talent, and in his many ranks he has made this evident. So he's a glazer. Gusting's a glazer.
Well, he just doesn't have the talent that Eurasia has.
Wow, he has the smarts, I hope, but actually no, because it
Mm-hmm.
says superior genius, but that's natural talent. Anyway, one of his earliest works is written, Blossom is one of the greatest wave controllers, but she cannot teach you anything. This is evident because she herself does not know how she does it. The superiority complex was so famous that the idiom gusting looking at Blossom was formed and used constantly to describe situations whenever a genius is jealous of an even greater genius, and eventually evolved into another idiomatic phrase to describe man and woman in a bad relationship. Her ability to control Shinsu even allows her to instantly kill 99% of the population by just accelerating the Shinsu around her. Wow. So she can age you to death. Which doesn't make sense because in the tower you're immortal, but while Gustang used Shinsu to assist in battle as a support wave controller, Blossom used her Shinsu to directly strike in battle as an offensive one. Wave controlling Shinsu was very violent and unpredictable, with there being cases of other 10 family heads having to get out of her way once she started attacking. Holy shit!
Mm.
Bro, what? What? Yo, Blossom is crazy!
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I'm kind of curious. I don't know if they're gonna say it here, or like if you already know, Adrian, but if you already know, let me know. But who do you think is the nicest family head? Or would you not
The
know?
nicest. Hard to say. Nicest is kind of a hard word to use. Maybe urine? I don't know.
Okay. Well, now we're up to the Ha family.
Oh wait, maybe Ari.
Oh, because they're peaceful.
Han. Yeah.
Okay. Is Ari Han or is Ari Han is that a boy or a girl? Is that a boy?
It's a dude.
It's a dude? Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Man, that makes me sad. I wanted it to be a
You're
girl.
about to find out.
Anyway, Ha family, so led by Yurin, who has given birth once to twins. He had from Ari Han. So she fucked the pacifist.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. What's going on, Ramen? What do you mean Yeon? Why are you saying Yeon? Anyway.
Oh, you're saying that might be the nicest one?
Oh, Yeon? Oh, okay. Never mind. I get it. So thus, any and all Ha branches, of which there are fewer compared to other families, can be traced back to this split. Is subsequently a fact that all children of the Ha family have Ari blood. Damn. Since the family centered around the two twins, the duo do not have a friendly relationship, since each one of the two claims to be the rightful heir to the family. Although not confirmed, it is assumed that Hale may be the branch family that Novik originates from. The Ha family has an antagonistic relationship to the Kun family. Wow, what a surprise. SIU stated that he personally likes the Ha family. They have the sense of no matter what charged forward mentality and feel more human than the other 10 great families. I mean, we definitely see that with Yuri. While also treating branch members with the same respect as direct descendants. Wow! On the flip side, their physical capacity is extremely inhuman. So they act the nicest, but physically they're the craziest. There's some conflicting info on the genders of the Ha twins, which is shown on as female on the wiki, but stated as male by the original fan translator. Which is why I would take everything in this file with a grain of salt, as many things may be subject to change. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So Ha Yurin, so the leader. Yurin was the first person to hold the scout position. She has no interest in family politics. She has even ceased all her other activities and dedicated to enjoying herself in her main house. Wow, I wonder what that means. Although she has many other relationships since Ari Han, she never gave birth again. So she's either on birth control or she doesn't fuck. She possesses a very aggressive and bold personality. Among the 10 great warriors, she would often be the first one to fight. Her style of fighting is rough yet intelligent. She possessed a strong enough physique to perform duties of both a fisherman and a scout. With grace and flexibility, she weaved through the battlefield, and it is said that she was the first to use Shinsu to strengthen one's body. Huh. Excuse me. After she became a leader, she has not participated in battle since, which is crazy because she's the first one to charge in. Within the Ha family, her presence as the head is more symbolic. She rarely governs the clan herself. Wow. Then we have Hendo Locke. Okay, this family is led by Blood Matter. It is the great family with the least influence in the tower, and it also has the smallest amount of rankers. This is due to the pact that Blood Matter made with the 100th floor guardian in exchange for eternal life, which curses all of Hendo's children to have short lifespans? Huh? As a result, Blood Matter chooses to adopt his family members. Its members still uphold the ironclad set of rules, and Blood Matter's position within the clan is absolute. The rankers that uphold the Hendo family are all Hendo's adopted sons and daughters, so they're not blood related.
Mm-hmm.
The Hendo family are famous for having the strongest defensive power, such as those that possess Hendo's blood usually have high Shinsu resistance. So doesn't that mean, well, number one, that means that the Haas aren't the tankiest, right?
In theory, yeah.
And then number two, is Hendo kind of giving his blood kind of like Jihad would for the princesses?
Who knows? Maybe. They said adopted, so like that could be a possibility.
Wow. So then we get to Blood Matter himself, one of the few to specialize in the unique position of Defender, which I think we kind of saw with what the fuck was his name?
You got it?
Hold on, I'm gonna get it. It's fucking Boro, Sachi, and
David.
No, not David. It's the one that they left behind, the Defender.
Mm-hmm.
The big one.
You were mentioning the.
No, I was mentioning the original squad.
Yeah, well, David's one of them.
David wasn't a part of that.
He was. He literally was. What do you mean?
Hockney?
No, David Hatchet or whatever. Daniel. Sorry.
Oh,
Daniel.
Daniel.
Is Daniel or David? I forget.
Daniel. It's Daniel.
Okay, yeah.
You fucker.
Fuck you.
Because Dan is the one who runs. Daniel is the soul guy.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't remember. Just tell me.
We'll keep reading.
Oh, there it is. It's Aqua Williams. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. It's someone he teamed up with the once greatest spear bearer in the tower, Edwan. They were unstoppable. Wow. As a reward for passing its test, the Guardian of the 100th floor offered Jihad and the Great Warriors the gift of immortality. So Jihad technically cleared the floor at 100. Or, like, he got basically immortal at 100.
Mm-hmm.
Blood Matter was excluded from this gift, however, the exact reason is not known. Wow, that's fucked up. Blood Matter begged the Guardian for a way to receive eternal life, and the Guardian decided to offer it under one condition. If you give your children and your children's children the curse of a short life, you alone will be able to live an eternal life through the life you've taken from them. That is so fucked up. What the hell?
And he said, okay.
I mean, look, do you blame him? Although conflicted, Hendo could not overcome his fear of death and accepted it. All those born under Blood Matter are cursed with a short life. A short life in Tog is about 100 years. Wow. It may be slightly longer for rankers of the bloodline, even then they cannot become immortal. Because of his longevity is tied to the sacrifice of his children's lifespans, Blood Matter has to sire many children. Wow! So he has to fuck. Unsurprisingly, all the heads of the 10 great families, Blood Matter has the most children. He does not have the most wives, unlike Edwan. No one knows the exact details of his contract, but it seems definite that he needs to maintain as many children as possible. Damn, that's fucked up. So this guy could easily die. Blood descendants of Hendo often lie about their backgrounds in order to marry, because who the fuck wants to marry someone you know is going to die? It's like having a terminal illness. Because of this practice of deceptive marriage, Blood Matter's blood was scattered throughout the tower, and eventually the government was forced to expend significant resources to seek out and isolate the people carrying his blood. SIU states that he has some deep connection with Han Sung-yu. Wow. Alright, then we have the Kun family. And obviously this is led by Edwan. Oh wait, so it shows their symbol too.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Oh fuck, wait, the other ones...
I didn't show Blood Matter, I only showed some of them. I guess maybe it's not confirmed.
Yeah,
we don't know their symbol.
Yeah. So we have Edwan. Edwan has the greatest number of wives and the second greatest number of children after Blood Matter, obviously. There's a lot of veiled competition among his children due to this insane amount of sibling rivalry. The family created an official brawls held once a year. So they have to at least be 10, so they have to scale a little bit at least. They can't spawn camp. After the fights, the winners who'd get to bear the family crest are declared to be his true children. So my question is, did he set this up? Well, the losers are abandoned. What?
You're gonna hear about that. Just keep going.
Yeah, from what I remember, I don't think he did. I don't think he cares, but Although the fights are inhumane and bloody, Edwin himself says he's not very interested. Wow. The family is famous for cunning intelligence. Additionally, there's likely a lot of competition among the wives as they seek to basically glaze Edwin. It's mentioned that the powers have shifted, and Queen Aguero, Agnes's mother, said that she lost her fight for power. The house head that was mentioned to be the person who was responsible for casting aside Queen Aguero Agnes is likely a person who holds a high position within the family and could even be the wife of the main branch. Oh. Huh. On a more humorous note, according to SIU, the common trait of the Kun family is that they are basically just douchebags. SIU has jokingly said that the Kun is the least favorite character because he's rich and smart, and the plot gets hard to follow when he's around. Wow. SIU gave his answer when he asked who his favorite character was, which implies that Kun is actually his favorite character. Damn, he really shits on Kun too. Like, look, Kun's in a literal box right now. And that SIU simply gave his classic dry humor response that's basically confirmed, as SIU has also stated that he feels attached to Kun as a character. He feels that Kun is very human. So I have a question, Adrian, because I know that there's a time skip between season 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that means they don't go to the Yeon guy to melt Kun's box, right? Because Bomb is training.
Not in season 2, yeah.
So doesn't that mean that, like, Kun's still slowly dying? Because didn't they say, like, he's slowly dying in there? Like, he only, like, slowed down his death?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck? Also, why can't they go to Han? Or not Han, sorry. Why can't they go to Gustang? Remember when Gustang healed Rahel?
They don't know where Gustang is. Gustang was captured, or, like, showed up at the battlefield, basically, like, after the fact.
True.
After they dipped.
Yeah, that's true, I guess, but, like...
It's not like they have a tracker on them. You can't really find 10 family heads very easily.
I guess. I feel like there's an easier way to find him than someone they just don't even know, though. Like, Bomb has connections.
Evan says he knows where he is.
Who is?
Evan knows where
the Yeon guy is?
The Yeon guy is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, anyway, on to Edwin. So Edwin holds a special test with a shocking condition. Whoever fights him and wins is given everything from the family? Damn. But no one has survived, so he keeps winning. He is famed as a collector of a multitude of the highest ranking items in the tower. He values his collection very highly, which Kun stole from, by the way, which, you know, Aguero stole from. This is evidenced by the shock that administrators have on the floor of tests after Yu Han-sung explains Kun had plundered his father's treasure house. That's insane. Taking such amazing items as the fucking bag and a high-grade suspendium pulley. He is friendly with Arye Han despite their families being rivals. Wow. And they skirmish, their family skirmish, but is a bit jealous of him for being ranked higher. The mythical god Dionysus was the inspiration, which we already know of from the blog posts, I believe. So among the 10 family heads, he is the one most known for dissipation, hedonism, and basically being a douchebag. Nice. Lopobia. Lopobia head is one of the greats whose personal name wasn't stated. And then the wow, that was all for Lopobia. What the fuck? And this is the plant guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Allegedly. So Pobadao. The males of the Gustang family are selected to work in the research group called the Research Association, so they're scientists. If they don't make it as members, they're eventually kicked out of the family. Wow, this is like what Microsoft probably does. Because it's very powerful and exclusive, the members enjoy high reputation and fame matched only by the chosen children of Kun. The requirements for becoming a member of the association are unknown. It's unknown if the females are allowed to join. Damn, he's sexist. Or if one must be a ranker to be selected, it's unknown if people who aren't from the Pobadao are allowed to join. So we don't know anything. Except they're smart. And it's men. The association also holds various tests for people in the family, such as the Wansul test, in order to learn Wansul. Mule loves blue disc that became Bomb's signature technique. Oh, what? So Love learned that from Pobadao family then. One must be chosen to take certain tests from the Research Association. Those who have passed the test become certified and are chosen to learn Wansul. Requirements to be chosen to take the test are currently unknown. It's currently unknown if regulars are allowed to take this. So Bomb really just stole that shit, technically. Because he's not supposed to know that.
Yeah, and then made it his own when he upgraded it.
Or it's exclusive to rankers. Currently, only Love and Han Sung-yu are known to have passed. Wow. On a more humorous note, Light Pen, the vice president of the association, is known for his wise words regarding reverse flow control. There's one thing needed to defeat an enemy using reverse flow control. You just have to be overwhelmingly more powerful. So it's basically just like an I win more stuff, like move. Wow. So the two Perry family. Literally no info on these people besides they are leading in the art of and skill of light bearing. So let's talk about the family's head. Two Perry to Perry. Two Perry to Perry is the first light bearer in history. How they came about is unknown. Whenever they reminisce on how they were a light bearer, they're known to say the heavens gave me the eyes of God. However, it could be that people chose to believe a romanticized story rather than the exact truth. Two Perry became one of the most active family heads and is known to have created many items along with the workshop. They pioneered the system in light bearers for communication. The most famous creation is the opera. Wow, two Perry does not use the one they still possess, preferring to use the eyes of God. And it's above the opera. Wow. In theory, the opera extends the user's Shinshu's field to infinity, beyond all reason and boundaries. And Repalista has that. What is Repalista's family? Do we know?
We guessed that she's to Perry, but we don't know.
Okay. Wow. It would make sense, but making it the ultimate dream of all light bearers. It also contains defensive measures that put even armor inventories to shame. The use of Shinsu-controlled interlocking lighthouses has no weak spots. Wow. Remember what Eric said?
Yeah, it can't hold him.
Yeah, it can hold him for a fraction of a second.
Yeah.
Because the man to Perry is supposedly a man, but it's not clear, we developed a system where light bearers act as the center of all positions. The light bearer into a one-man show. Many complain that while the opera lighthouse is the ultimate evolution of lighthouse, it is at the same time an item that makes the basic purpose of the light bearer moot. Of course, there are the complaints of those who cannot comprehend the powers of those above. SE wasn't clear. It's basically saying the man who created the light bearer position also made an item that basically makes the position unnecessary. Wow, just like AI. The communication function of the opera and any other device connected to it cannot be stopped or jammed by any other devices such as the Hell Train. Wow. Lord Flux and Princess Repalista are the only other two owners of operas. It's theorized by fans that Repalista is from the branch clan of Two Perry, which is what we just said, but this is unconfirmed. Should an opera ever appear on the market, there is talk that the price would be immeasurable. But looking at the three current wielders, it's unlikely that it will ever appear on the market. So why the fuck does Repalista have one? Like, she doesn't do anything.
That's why there's a big theory that she's from that family, because how would she get her hands on something?
But why would the family give it to her if she just doesn't, like, do anything but play games all day?
I don't know. Maybe she's stronger than we think.
Wow. Well, now we're up to the Yeon family.
This one's interesting. I like this one.
Okay, cool. So, led by Hana. Interestingly enough, members of the family do not carry her blood, as all of them are born from Larde, the godmother of the clan. Like the Ha family, the Yeon family is thoroughly matriarchal. I like that. To an even larger degree. So males cannot take central roles. Damn, yo, they're like the opposite of the Pobadaos.
Yeah.
So, thanks to this, the females of the Yeon family, especially those on the main house, have a tendency to look down on men. Some people would get off to that. Daughters of the Yeon family are born once every 100 years. Several branches of the Yeon family. Yeon Yua comes from a very rare family gifted with amazing flame, which can develop a blaze that would even put members of the Kun family to shame. There are also the rulers of the 21st floor, which is, I'm assuming, where the Zagana was, right? Her members are Yeon Hana, the head. Yeon Woon. Is Woon the guy they're trying to find for Kun?
Correct.
Yeon Larde and Yeon Yiwa are Yeon. Although Hana is the head, there's not a single child in the official Yeon family or in general who has received her blood. Hana has never had sexual relations with anyone. Wow. So Lard gives birth and raises Hana's children in her stead, so the children of the Yeon family call her godmother. Wait, so I don't understand. So is this whole family just not related to Hana?
You'll see. Keep going.
Okay. Did you already read this? How do you know this shit?
I know some of this, because some of this stuff is knowledge that I just know.
Wow. Yeah, you never fucking tell me, you fucking ass guide. Once every 5 years, Larde selects a man to sleep with her. And it's said that rankers from all over the tower gather for a chance to become that man. What the? See, I love when stories do this. Like, SIU, and I feel like a lot of other authors need to do this. This is something the Chainsaw Man author does too. They don't shy away from very adult topics. Like, this is not something for kids. Like holy shit. Like, basically, you whore yourself out every 5 years. Like, I love when no topic is off bounds. So anyway, so yeah, everyone wants to get in that shit. However, Allard's eyes for choosing men are very cold, so unless one is a decent male ranker, it's difficult to get past the document paper interview. Selected males live in the palace for 5 years, and only one of these men will receive the right to sleep with Larde. If a child is born, they attain the glory of being accepted into the family.
It's very strange, yeah.
So I don't understand. Like, I'm assuming they're gonna explain it, but like, bro, how are they?
They should explain it, yeah.
There's no way. You think Larde is hot?
Maybe.
Or you think they're just doing it for clout?
It could be both.
I hope she's hot. Anyway, Hana, according to rumors, she could not forget and forgive a man whom she broke up with a long time ago, so she made a contract with a guardian to become a female that cannot feel love towards the opposite sex. So she could be lesbian. Hana is considered to be the most beautiful among the 10. Wow. Despite sometimes being suspected of possibly being a misandrist. What is a misandrist?
Maybe it means that she hates men.
Wow.
Let me double check.
What is it called when you hate women? You're
misogynist.
Excuse me, yeah. So it would make sense. It sounds similar. Hana actually has a gentle personality.
Yeah. It's a person who dislikes, despises, or is strongly prejudiced against men.
Damn. Yo, you know who's gonna break that, right?
Nah, who?
Bomb!
Oh, of course.
Bomb needs to riz Hana. Anyway. So she actually has a very gentle personality, which is rare, and treats both men and women kindly. I'm shocked. Wow. So it's not Ari. It's Hana. Though she has a gentle personality, Hana is the scariest woman when angry. According to the 10 family heads, it said that when she got angered once, she surpassed Ha Yurin. Oh my god! Who is famous for having a terrible personality, but this is impossible to confirm at the present time in which the 10 family heads are not active. It is stated that Larde is an old fellow family member and a main member of the Aeon, so this wording implies that she either also entered the tower with the leaders, which gave us an entirely new take on the story we knew, or the wording is simply vague and twisted, and she might just have been a resident of the tower whom Hana welcomed, which gives us a new perspective on the children of Yen. In addition, here are Godai's words. I don't really know who Godai is, but Godai, the term used here for family member, has various meanings. It can mean member of household of God, pertaining to religious groups, even not related by blood, some with the children brood of dark. Oh my god. This term can refer to the literal families or people that consider each other to be family. Godai is a fan translator and is the main source for a sizable portion of this translated info. So did that cover any of the information that you knew, or?
There was one thing I wanted to add is that, like, so even though they're not direct descendants of Hana, they get the flame from her. So as they're born,
I was about to ask that. How do they get
inherit the flame from Hana? So Hana gives them, like, bestows them the flame, which is essentially them becoming.
So it's kind of like her blood, anyway.
Yeah.
So does Yeon have that?
Of course.
So Yeon actually has Hana's flame, or like a part of her flame.
Like a piece of it, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Or something like that.
Okay, I forgot who this is. Oh, never mind. It's just a general unnamed high ranker. Okay, cool. So rankings. So Sobriquet, nickname pseudonym, is type of nickname given by the ranker's administration office, usually in reference to the rankers. Cool. So it's basically a nickname. Only high rankers top 1,000 are able to receive a sobriquet. A sobriquet can also be turned down, as Baek Ryun and Kun Edwan refused theirs. A person might be presented with more than one. Fishermen are usually given the names of Shinhui. Gods are usually given the names of boats. Wave controllers are usually given the names of various winds and waves. So Phantanium. Oh, here we fucking go. This is what I want to hear. Phantominium. Rank 1. Sobriquet, The riddle. Also, by the way, personal anecdote here, I love the thing of sobriquets. I think sobriquets are so fucking cool. I love nicknames and titles, especially when they're creative. Like, that's one thing I'll give a say. I'm honestly shocked that he makes so much of this like on his own. Like, this is a very deep story. I would imagine would take multiple people working together to make.
That's what I'm saying.
All this is like insanity.
That's why I love this series so much. It's like, just so deep.
It feels like an alive world, man. It's so wild.
Exactly.
Now, it's not perfect, obviously. Nothing's perfect, but I haven't seen many other stories with this level. Like, honestly, this is insane. And I've been around. I'm 26 years old now. I've been around a little bit. But either way, extra info. It said that he had a freewheeling and desultory combat style. What does desultory mean? Do you know?
Don't know.
He had used a weapon that was never seen anywhere inside the tower. The negative views towards...
lacking in consistency or visible order.
So he's just random.
He improvises, yeah.
The negative views towards the irregulars have grown because of him, and it had a big impact on Urek when he climbed the tower. When Phantominium broke into the palace, it is said he met Yuri. This is where I'm assuming the theory comes up where he told Yuri about Bomb. Okay. Anyway, when Phantominium broke into, he met Yuri, and there's a great diversity of opinion as to why he didn't kill her. Yuri didn't say anything about the matter except that he was a messy/nasty one, aka scumbag. There's not a lot of objections in the rank administration office in regard to giving him Phantominium, who disappeared after the attack and becoming inactive, the top rank. Everyone agreed his impressive strength alone was overwhelming, even causing eyewitnesses to lose their minds. So he's like a fucking... what is that thing called? He's like a... Who's the guy who made Cthulhu? Lovecraft. He's like a Lovecraftian fucking god, essentially. As a result, Phantominium became the #1 ranker after only one battle, dragging the Red Tower Enryu down to rank 2. So Enryu was first before they knew about Phantominium. Wow. Reportedly, he had been seen on very, very brief occasions after the attack of the palace, but most stories are rumors. There's also a rumor that he is on a cat and dog terms with another irregular, Urek. But it's all doubting. It's all under doubt. All in all, Phantominium is a monster whose information starts with a riddle and ends with a riddle. Every ranker is on the watch for any and all movement from this monster. The following info pertains to non-canon or extended universe expositions that may or may not be in the Tog story. SAU, especially considering SAU stated there's a possibility of Phantominium never actually appearing in the webcomic. Wow. He's an Axis user, and the only one so far. An Axis user, simply known as an Axis or Axes, they have the power to influence a tale within the Tales Oozer story. Tales Oozer being the larger universe that Tog belongs to. Wow. They're the greatest variables which determine the future, more so than Jihad. There are many Axes outside the tower, and Axis is named because their ability is invoked when the user uses an Axis. The poor wording here is vague and redundant. It is most likely referring to the axis of rotation. Apart from this fact, their abilities do not hold almost any similarity with each other. A non-Axis user is unable to interfere in any way, meaning even the weakest Axis user could defeat the strongest non-Axis. An Axis user can only be defeated by a more powerful Axis. So it's stand powers, essentially. It's essentially like what they say in the tower, like a non-ranker, most of the time. Now, this gets disproved the more I read the story, but the way they said it in the beginning, the way that SAU set it up was like a non-ranker cannot beat a ranker. Normally. But then we have people like Urek. In the Tower of God universe, Phantominium is the author or god of one story. In exchange for taking on the responsibility of managing the story, he's given powerful authority. He's able to write records that cannot be erased. So he can make his own history. Jesus Christ. Every axis has the power to generate space around them, which they can use. So he can do a domain expansion. Under the specifications of this ability, an axis can control some aspect of reality. Domain expansion. Axes primarily have the ability to control the reality of a finite amount of space around them. Domain expansion. Tales Oozer, pronounced Tales User. Oh. The larger universe that SAU stories belong to. Hasn't he only made Tower of God? The TUS is a universe that works under the premise that the world comprises several tales, with these tales persisting as unchangeable records. In other words, the Tales User stories, the past cannot change and the future is already set. Wow, so it's determinism. Once written, a tale from the Tales Oozer universe cannot be set back or restored to a previous state. The past becomes permanently fixed, which in turn restricts future events. Yo, Bomb could do it. Bomb can change it. Give it time. What if Bomb's the next Axis user? It's a universe that rejects the existing hypothesis that the world holds infinite possibilities. Damn, that is kind of depressing. Tower of God is one of several stories in Tales User, but these stories do not have much connection to each other, so they're just separate shit. There's no reason to understand and analyze the Tales User. You can still enjoy Tower of God even if you ignore the other stories, of which there are none. Up to this point, Tower of God is the only official TUS and Tales User, but SIU has published previous works that are currently up in the air, but if they're a part of these. Most of them have been preserved by various people. Nice. And here we go with Enryu. So his sobriquet is Red Tower, aka the Guardian Administrator Murderer. So we know his height. Do you know the heights for meters, Adrian?
Nope.
Fuck. Okay, well it says 1 meter 84 centimeters. God damn it. Anyway, position Spear Master, aka Spear Bearer. So he's better than Ku. Enryu is known to fight by creating thousands of spears made with red crimson shinsu and basically Gilgameshing you. Some people use poetic expression describing it as red rain, but it wouldn't look beautiful from the victim's POV. Kind of like our facecam POV, which looks very beautiful, by the way. Enryu's overwhelming control against the Shinsu is rated a cut above the Guardians and is considered a heretical ability breaking the laws of the tower. And then SIU made a Dragon Ball reference saying he can control over 9,000, which we saw, I believe. High rankers can use to control around 50. Wow. It is not known where Enryu is or what he's doing, but it is rumored that Head-On is seeking him really hard. Then Jihad. So rank 3, previously the number 1 ranker before Phantominium and Enryu. So his sobriquet, King. His height, he's taller than Enryu. Wow.
By the way, Enryu's 6 foot, so Jihad is very tall.
Wow, so Jihad is, I don't want to say double him, but a little under double. Like a foot or 1.5 times taller than him, probably. Damn. So Jihad's a fisherman, as we know. No extra info, as it's all known, previously stated and or redundant. Thank you for that, Azul. Eric Mazzino, rank 4. Sobriquet, Ray Barracuda. So he is in between Jihad and Enryu in terms of height, but not much taller than Enryu. Currently the strongest ranker on the move, read active, not missing, not sleeping. He's the most recent irregular to appear in the tower of the top 5. His sobriquet Barracuda is the name of the most aggressive and ferocious white steel eel in the tower. Ray is the sobriquet suffix attained from his combat style, which focuses on forwarding Shinsu that is as fast as light in the form of rays. Although his formal sobriquet is Ray Barracuda, simply Barracuda can also be used to refer to him. Then we have Han. Oh, we're actually getting all the rankings. Oh, shit. So Han is 5. He is White Sword and or White Ore. Kun is 6, obviously. I'm not going to go over their heights. But he is the Marlin or the Blue Thunderclap, but he refused both. Section info. The sobriquet Marlin, literally meaning blue swordfish, was given to him for the large spear he wielded.
I think you skipped Han, or was that intentional?
There's nothing here for Han.
Oh, there's nothing for. Oh, okay. Whoops.
Yeah.
I thought there was something for him. My eyes are like.
Nope.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, I know we're going a little late, but we're almost done, thankfully, because I know the next parts are like easy. But after that, his other sobriquet, the Blue Thunderclap, is a sobriquet that was based on the property of the Shinsu he wields. Reportedly, someone from the ranking bureau stated that his sobriquet should be Electric Eel. To that he said, "I'll kill all of those who call me an electric eel." And this became a fun anecdote that tells us how he came to be known as Marlin. Although for the ranking bureau, it was actually a problematic event in which their lives were at stake. Isn't the ranking bureau just 2 people?
From what we heard, yeah. But I'm sure there's like other workers there, perhaps.
Wow. And then Azul's personal side note here. The GOAT Edwin, don't let anyone disrespect him. I don't think it's a disrespect. I think that's cool. Anyway, then we have Anne Jihad, which is, she's the one who's like locked up, right? Wow, she's ranked 7. So she's above Adori. Wow. I'm actually shocked. I thought Adori would be
ranked alongside Adori.
Oh. Wow, okay. So yeah, rank 7, ranked alongside Adori because of notoriety, not just power. So one of them could be more powerful than the other, but the notoriety kind of shifts it, I guess. So her sobriquet, Great White Shark, which is one of my favorite animals ever because of how scary it is and how powerful. So her age before, her height, cool, she's a fisherman. And then we have Adoru Jihad. Excuse me. So she's also rank 7 with Anne. If we assume that rank 8 technically doesn't exist, then we read the rankings from this point onward with one rank below less in mind. Okay. So she's a killer whale. She's 5,000 plus. So now we're getting kind of like a thing for the ages, which is cool. I like how for all of these people here, we don't know their age, which is funny.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, after that, we have Baek Ryun, which is the leader of Woolhike Song, which is ironic. So at this point, the only two family heads above the leader of Woolhike Song, and this doesn't necessarily mean power, right? Because this guy could be weak, because obviously Eric is stronger than him. But in terms of like just overall rank, which includes notoriety, he's above many family heads. Like that's kind of crazy. Based on influence and less so on power, and look, it even said it there. So he declined his sobriquet. He's unknown. They don't know his height. He's a wave controller. He was born in the middle region as an orphan and roamed without a residential card. Eventually, he came across the forest and settled there. He lived there for a long time and learned naturally how to control Shinsu. Later on, Head-On was interested in his abilities, picked him, and made him a regular. He quickly became a ranker, but not as quick as Urek. As a ranker, he returned to the forest. Wow. He spent a long time doing gardening. His forest, which is said to be like a living animal, is reported to emit a mysterious atmosphere. The name Baek Ryun either originates from the fine silk that he was covered with, or based on his silk-like personality. His appearance is subject to controversy. He appears as an ordinary boy, but sometimes appears as a tall young man. Wow. Some say that they've seen him as a giant. Wow. So there's a lot of conflicting reports. Anyway, urine, snakehead, to Perry, God's Eye, because she's the one with the lighthouses, right? Okay. And then Moloch 1, rank 12, namely based on influence as the eldest of the three lords. Also, he's pretty powerful. Sobriquet Moloch 1. Nice, we already know what that means. Like almost everyone here can actively does cover all. Blossom is 13, which is crazy. Her name is Flower Shrimp, which is kind of ugly. Pobadao Gustang, okay. The Lonely / Aloof Wave, aka the Lone Wolf. Wow. Grace Merchia Luzlek. Wow. Based on power, but also namely influence. Huh. Okay. Sobriquet, the Heretic and or Tigerfish. And then unofficial is God of Devils and Demon King. Hendolok Blood Matter. The 1,000-Year Turtle. I wonder who gave him that one. Long Life Turtle. Yeon Hana, which is the Sitchlid. Wave controller, obviously. REA, Hagraphone Jihad. So that's a princess, right?
We also jumped some rankings, so there's a lot of people in between that we don't know. Now from Hana to Hagafarian.
14, 16. Yeah, we skipped 15.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so Hagafarian. And then, yeah, look, she's 36. Yeah, that's a big jump.
So we're missing a lot of people.
Yep. After this point, we only have Evan Kell as 60. I thought Evan Kell was 57, but being the only other confirmed specified rank, top 100 are Evan Edrock, Ha Jinsung, Kun Mashini. Top 500 is Yuri Ha. And finally, Dorian Frog is somewhere between 1,000 and 500. High rankers are classified as top 1%. Everyone ranked 1,000 and on. Though this could be subject to change, there are plenty of other high rankers in the story whose ranks we don't know yet. The other sobriquets are Robert Eisend, who has Mystery, The Cold Wave, Monterocco, Gray Catfish, Kun Marco Asensio, The Flying Fish, Calivan, The Human Hunter, Garam, The Mako Shark. I love the shark ones. Yuri Ha, The Black Snakehead. Wow. Evan Kell, The Infernal. Evan Edrock, The Fast Ship. And then some additional stuff. Holy fuck. Nox talked with Endorsi about the 43rd floor of death that didn't make it into the comic. After Shibisu and Kun left the room to talk, Anak and Jihad and Endorsi were spending some time in silence although Endorsi was bound to create friction between herself and the others just like a dry matchstick would, she seemed weak and drained. So this got cut, I guess. Yeah, it didn't make it, okay. So why didn't you decide to go with us? Anak reluctantly said to Endorsi. Endorsi lying on the bed, glanced at Anak, not sure. If you want to go with me, your zippers job may be at risk. Okay, so this is basically her just like deciding like I don't care about the position. Endorsi answered slowly, staring at the ceiling. She then left Anak dumbfounded. Lizard, during those years when you were separate from your mother, where were you? The lizard. Okay. Wow. So she says, "What? Tell me, where's the place that not even the losers from the palace can't find? I want to go there and live there." Damn, so she's giving up. This time Anak was the one taking her time to answer. Anak, making a serious stern face that wasn't like her, thought about it for a second, then opened her mouth. The 43rd floor, which we know as the floor of death.
Floor of death.
Upon hearing Anak, well, that's where Garam hit up too, so it's ironic.
Mm-hmm.
Upon hearing Anak's words, Endorsi's pupils moved, shaking rapidly. Finally, to Anak Jihad. I haven't blinking her eyes, and Dorsey asked Anak, the 43rd floor, the place where Enryu appeared. Yeah, isn't that place the floor of death where there's no administrator? How did you... Okay. Anak sat up and steadied her breath. Would it be okay to tell the story to Endorsi? Wouldn't be sharing her own misfortune with a young princess who had a bright future. However, nothing could be done about it now. The girl before seemed so dry she needed to be set on fire. Oh my god. Anak decides to throw her just a little ember. Garam Jihad, she was there. Wow. And then we have a little picture here, which is in Season 1 art style, of course, which is... Is that supposed to be Jinsung?
No, I think that's
Kibisu? Oh, Lare? Oh yeah, you might be right, he's sleeping. Okay, this was part of a bonus chapter, Season 1 review. Wow. And then we have the physical volumes.
These are amazing. I love these copies. Like, I would want to buy these, but I can't read Korean.
So we have 1 through 8. So yes, this is with the good art. The good art.
Yeah, I think he redraws some of the panels for these ones.
Oh my god, look at... Dude, Season 1 art is so rough, man. Oh my god. Okay, we have Chapter 2, Chapter 3. Oh yeah, look at him, look at him. Oh my god, she's beautiful. Holy shit. And then Chapter 5, we got... Oh yeah, the squad. The squad. Look at Shibisu.
Like that she's there too. What's her name? Serena or whatever.
Where did she go? What happened to her?
She gave up on climbing the tower.
At what point? Was it at floor 20 or was it after test floor?
Test floor.
Wow, so she gave up early. Damn.
It was after Ho killed himself.
Damn, oh my god. How did Ho kill himself again?
With the knife.
Oh, like he actually just killed himself.
Yeah, basically all the walls collapsed on him because he was tricked by Hwaryun and Rachel and all this other shit.
He got caught.
Yeah, basically, yeah, his plan just fell to pieces and he felt like there was nothing left for him because he was obviously going to fail.
Damn. Okay, wow. Then we have the ever pretty Endorsi. You know what I think? I think this is honestly like... I mean, obviously I don't know when SA drew, but I feel like this still isn't Season 3 level. Like, this is probably at some point in Season 2 he decided to do this. Maybe,
yeah,
I mean...
I think you're right.
I could be pretty wrong, but just judging on the art style, like, Shibisu doesn't look, like, as clean as he usually is where we're at. So I feel like it's not up to par just yet, but it still looks great. Like, don't get me wrong. Yuri, as always. Oh, Han-sung! Han-sung! Yo, he looks so cool. I like that he's short, man. He's so cool. Oh, yeah, look at her. Look at the bitch.
God. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, it shows the duality. I like
what it shows you, yeah.
It shows Bomb being happy and Rachel being a conniving bitch. Oh my god. Season 2 Bob. Oh shit. Oh shit. Useless. Useless. Oh my. Wait. Is that Arc Raptor?
It's definitely Arc Raptor.
Oh my god. Like, here we have Wangnan with his Pokemon. Then we have fucking Jack Raptor here. Oh god. Hworyang with his arm of fist. Oh my god, there's a... Yo, Ren looks like a wizard. Holy shit. And now, Azul presents to me the ultimate disrespect to SAU's covers and fans. English Webtoon official cover book 1, 2, and 3.
I've seen these. It's so sad how bad they look in comparison.
I don't understand. This doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, but I mean... Wait. It's pretty lazy in comparison.
Wait. Let me see something. Oh, they just took the image from here. Look, that's the same image for Bomb.
Yeah.
They just took parts of it and then
But the art for these ones are not updated. I've seen these books in Barnes and Nobles. You can actually buy these.
Huh.
But I don't want to because I want to get like the cool Korean ones.
Wow. Oh God, what is the knock? What is the knock? Oh my God, Adrian, who's that?
No idea, dude. Some jabroni.
Adrian, you know who that is.
That's not Yo Kim,
It's
bro.
not?
Yo Kim has one eye.
What? Wait, let me see real quick. Hold on.
How would that be Yo Kim? Yo Kim's in the Hell Train, dude. Why would
Oh
they
yeah,
show that
you're
on
right.
book two?
You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. Damn. So who the fuck is that loser?
We're still season 1 here.
Who the hell is that?
She's the leader of the scouts, the scout teacher.
I don't remember that.
Or
That's from
fisherman teacher, actually.
That's from Test Floor?
Yeah, she's like
Holy
DJ Sona or
shit.
something.
Wow. We have Kun. Oh my God, this is terrible. Who the fuck is that? Oh, is that Ghost?
Ghost, yeah.
Okay, I figured. And then we're at the end. So here we have, I guess his sources, I guess. I don't know if we should click these, but, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
So, you think we should click these or no?
We know we've seen the blog posts.
Yes.
Those
so yeah,
are the
we were
ones
here
that
before.
This is the ones that we typically read.
Yeah, we never read them for season 1, obviously, but oh shit, what the hell? It's just taking a while to load. Hold up. There we go. Anyway,
it's a big PDF.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Beta version of TOG season 1. Ignore many alphas and betas. Release one chat. So let's see this. What is this? Is this the entire thing? Oh wait, no. Oh God. Oh, this is, I guess.
It's just what it looks like in the beta form, huh?
Wow. Oh God. Who the fuck is that? Oh, I guess it's some jabroni. Okay. Is this Crown Game?
And Kuhn's not here.
It is Crown Game. Evan
Yeah,
Kell's Hell. Huh. This is like what the story was gonna be.
There
it's
he
like
is.
A rough draft. Oh God, ew. He reminds me of fucking Joffrey from Game of Thrones somehow.
That's crazy how much the art is upgraded.
Bro, why did people read this back in the day? Oh God, what the hell? So this didn't actually happen. This is like a rough draft, I guess, right?
Yeah, like this episode isn't real.
Wow. I like how I say you still kept like the cutesy like art and stuff. He also was really good at drawing Rack.
I like how he displays how Kuhn's bag works in this one.
Yeah.
Like he makes a big show of it.
Okay, alright.
This is literally the Crown Game, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that SIU stuck with it. Like he got a lot better. I'll be honest though, he made like Rack like he's good at drawing Rack even here.
He is, yeah.
Okay, Bomb is stabbing some guy. Okay. So they definitely did change the story. They did have some characters. There's Ho. There's that's not Serena, is it?
That has to be, I think, because if it's next to Ho, it would make
sense. Fucking? That's not Huaruyun, right?
Nah. Huaruyun got her eye patch after the Crown Game.
Okay.
She had both eyes.
Oh my lord.
Although it could be who Huaruyun was before.
Yeah, but she was wearing like the suit the whole time.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it could have been her beta character essentially.
Wow. Okay.
Before you decided to remodel her.
All right. Well,
that's interesting.
Let's just check the last one just to be thorough. This is just Q&A.
Just the wiki.
Yeah, so we don't have to really look at that. Okay, cool. Well, that's basically it. Whew, this was a long one. We went for a little over 2 hours. So honestly, not too different from one of the longer episodes of Tower of God, but wow. I mean, before the stream, we were preparing for season 3 a little bit, but yeah, this is absolutely amazing. Like, big shout out to Azul, man. Like, you are crazy. Like, it's insane to me. Like, we secretly think you're SIU or something, or like one of his editors, because you're like either one of the biggest super fans there is. To even find us, like I was shocked when you found us, right? Because you know when we started, who were we? Now we're getting a couple hundred views on the videos, like almost guaranteed, which you know I'm very happy for. I'm glad people are enjoying this. But it's like, you know, Azul's been there from the beginning, and he's literally an encyclopedia. Like, he knows where everything is. He knows, like, when it happened, how it happened, why it happened. Like, bro, Azul's insane. The fact that he, like, took the time to write all this, massive respect. Massive, as always, shout out to Azul. This is insane. The level of, like, organizing, like, there was almost barely any, like, English, like, I don't want to say mistranslations, but, like, you know, there was barely any, like, grammatical hiccups. There was, like, 1 or 2 that I saw, but barely any at all. So, you know, good job with that. But the way you organized it was crazy. The way like it flowed, I think was very good. I like how you organized it. Things were in a very good order. Everything was very well like, put together.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is
And
better
no
than what
spoilers either.
Yeah.
Very cut out whatever spoilers there were.
Like this is insanity. Like the whole way you organize this is insane. This is better than like people what they do in like college for like their like finals
For
and shit.
real.
This is wild. Obviously Azul has a passion. It's amazing. Like thank you so much. But this is where I also have to say like this is my favorite way of learning about different mediums of stuff. This is where almost watching stuff after hearing this or like seeing it. Thankfully this doesn't occur too much with Tower God, but I actually prefer hearing about things I don't know about from people who loved it, who love the medium, because they say it in a way that's so much better. It's actually what got me interested in Talk with Adrian and what gets me interested in a lot of anime. Most of the time I'm doing or reading something that someone has put me on, I usually don't find stuff myself. It's very rare. Because the way people describe it gets me so enticed. Like, it's so good hearing it from their perspective because you not only get the information, you also get like their version of it. You get like their opinion on it. And when people like something, they describe it very well. Like it's so good. This was amazing. It was an absolute joy. Even if it was long and it's like 2 a.m., so we definitely went for a while. But I absolutely loved it. But I'll give it over to Adrian if he wants to say anything. What do you want to say, Adrian? If you want to have any like
Yeah,
thoughts or
big
anything.
shout out for making this. Basically everything you said. This is crazy. Um, yeah, I thought I was a guide, but now I have a lot to learn. Unless he actually is SIU, then it's not my fault. You know what I mean?
I hope, man. I would be elated if like at the end, if we like ever catch up to talk, he comes out, he's like, yeah, I'm SIU. But even if he's not, it's still cool. I still have
Yeah, it's
massive
funny.
respect
It's
for
like half a
Azul.
joke, half not, because the amount of knowledge is crazy. It is really cool.
Like, bro, if
And
anyone
yeah,
needs to
glad
meet
to have.
SIU, it needs to be like Azul. Like Azul needs to
Yeah,
meet him, bro. This guy is like a super fan.
it's crazy. Yeah, big fan of this PDF here. It was good. It summed up
Yep,
everything pretty well,
absolutely. This was insane. Like the amount
including
of
things I didn't
knowledge.
even know.
Yeah, the amount of knowledge like that you have, and I'm assuming you got this from multiple different spots. Like I obviously know you said kind of where you got it from, but I just assume like it's not easy to compile this. Like again, the amount of work that went into this, I don't know how hard this was for you. For me, this would be like I wouldn't even want to do this even if you paid me. Like,
Hmm.
excuse me. This is an insane shit, honestly. But this is where on the topic of SIU, man, I'm low key kind of scared, right? Cuz you know, I don't know fully of the legality from what I looked into, obviously with reading webtoon and whatnot, that it should be okay for us to do. I mean, still we don't know, and thankfully we're kind of underground, so it's not too much of an issue, right? But imagine we get like hit one day with where like we get just like striked, and they're like, "Yo,
Or they
no
could
more Tog
sponsor
series."
us. There are
Yeah, they
people that are
could,
sponsored by Webtoon that read their stuff.
but you think they would sponsor us with the way I do things? I'm kind of not
Huh?
so advertiser friendly.
We can be advertiser
But we
friendly if they want
weren't.
us to.
But we weren't. That's the issue. Like we can't have
We
the
weren't that
episodes
bad.
up.
We were not that bad.
That's true compared to what we could have been.
You just gotta believe. That would be great because then
We're
having more backing on the Tog thing would just make it even better because we're
hell
already
yeah.
doing it because we like it.
Every week. But yeah, no,
Hmm.
I'm just scared that like one day, what if SIU notices us and like he's like, oh, I don't like these guys making a fool of like my series. I don't like how they do it.
Oh man, that would actually make me pretty sad.
Like, yo, we love your work, man. Don't strike us.
Yeah, but at the same time, if that's the case, then it is what it is.
Oh god, see, I'm scared. We're low enough to where like we're not noticed by Big Brother, but like we want to be higher, but what that becomes like we get attention. But either way,
Hmm.
this was absolutely amazing. So we don't know when we're gonna start season 3 yet, because again, we're like SIU, we're gonna do a little bit of a hiatus slash we're gonna pretend we're preparing for season 3. We might actually do it, we might not, we don't know. But yeah, just expect season 3 somewhat soon. We don't know when. And that's pretty much it for me. But Adrian, do you have anything else to
Hmm.
say to the fans?
Um, Not much. My brain is fried right now. So
I
much.
figured.
It's so late too,
Yeah, you don't have
as
the
usual.
energy I do, but it's okay. But either way, that's going to be it. So, we're glad everyone enjoyed. And until the new season starts, I don't know if we're going to do something next week. We might take a break, we might not. It's all up in the air. But if you want to know what we're doing, you can always go to my Twitter, twitter.com/Tecnics channel, and I'll usually tweet out before we do anything with Tower of God or otherwise with my stream. And as mentioned for the stream, we do this live at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel, usually every week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or whenever we have time. It's variable. And that's why you check the Twitter. But if for some reason you are sick, dying, or dead, and you have missed the live stream, you can always catch the VOD at a later date on the YouTube, youtube.com/Tecnics. Anyway, that's going to be it for this longer-ish session that used to be more normal, but it's not anymore because we like having our time to ourselves. But that's going to be pretty much it. We hope everyone enjoyed. But before I go, Adrian, do you have any advice for people in college?
In college? Stay active. Don't gain weight. If you can do that. I don't know. I don't know how people's college lives are, but I like to jog a lot during college.
Okay, well, there it is. You guys heard it here first. Anyway, we hope everyone enjoyed. Great big shout out to Azul once more, one last time. And that's going to be it.